had enough of this Cyril slander, honestly.
I saw the receipts from the game Thursday. There was still some Cyril slander.
Yeah, well, that's that. Everybody's like every other question was like. I'll be like completely honest. Like we obviously missed you, Reese, because every other question was either Ebb or Cyril, and that was like everybody's answer. It's like, how do we get a laugh to try and win Quiplash? And it was either
the other one
Cyril's.
was Atham bashing.
That's true. Yes, it's Atham bashing Ebb or Cyril being, as the kids say, horny on main or whatever the hell the quote is. So that was how
I appreciated the one that was like, who is more exhausted, and it was like Atham or Ebb on regular level energy.
That was probably my favorite answer from Champed Up was Ebb in her natural habitat or whatever.
That's what it was. Ebb in her natural habitat.
And it's just distraught Atham. He's just on the floor like,
oh my God.
Please.
Okay, when I went to Herculaneum in the past week, you have to, because it's like 60 feet down underground, where they've excavated to get in, you have to go through this big tunnel. And we were walking through, and there was this goopy slime on the wall, and the urge I had, I stuck my whole hand in it.
Did you
And then immediately I was like, wow, this is so Ebb of me. I stuck my hands in it, and then I was like, Reese, no, what are you doing? Don't touch the cave! And then I was immediately like, wow, that was real Ebb.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Alright, somebody put that in quote of the day to start off already. We need to get the quotes going.
I've been having a lot of Ebb moments, guys. Like today, going to the Renaissance Fair.
I've also been to Herculaneum. I thought that was a cool experience.
Isn't it dope? It's really fun. It's really cool.
My friend was really disappointed because they had the library closed for renovations. The big one at the top of the stairs, right outside of the main area. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, there's a whole library area that that has all like the ancient scrolls in it that are like
the House of the Papyri.
Yeah, it was closed for renovations when we went, and he was really sad.
Yeah. I think it's still being worked on in renovations. You can go in, but it's.
I was there like 2 years ago. That's crazy. But yeah, and he mentioned that like they did that because they were finally starting to open up the scrolls, and they just kind of disintegrated whenever people tried to do that.
Yeah. So. What's the worst is the the Bourbon tunnels, when they would go in for the Bourbon Kings and they would dig through and mine to get frescoes or mosaics or pretty sculptures. They found the Villa of the Papyri, and they were like, oh, cool. What are these weird lumpy things? Oh, wow, they're flammable. We'll use them as torches. And they burned so many of them before one of them fell, and they realized that it was rolled up scrolls.
Oh my!
This is a real Library of Alexandria moment.
Yeah, they dropped one, and it broke open, and they were like, wait, there's something in this weird lump of flammable stuff. And it was papyri, and they were like, oh.
You won't be an archaeologist like that. You'll be like the guy who found Troy. I'm sure that's your hero.
Well, with the
I will come through the screen and I will stab you in the eye if you ever say that to me again. Ugh. I will never be Heinrich Schliemann.
You're a real piece of shit.
He was like Jens
the Mask of Agamemnon.
He also blew
I hate Agamemnon. I hate Agamemnon. You suck.
Agamemnon.
I like Menelaus because he was redheaded.
I like Achilles.
I do like Menelaus.
If you knew that already from literally my Discord.
I wonder why you would like Achilles. Is it perhaps that he was a gay boy?
No. They were just friends. They were just really.
They just wanted to mix their ashes together in an urn for all eternity, guys. Come on, it wasn't that romantic.
They just bunked together. That's all.
You guys wouldn't understand male friendships, all right? Nothing like mixing a little ashes with the guys.
It was nothing like laying together for all eternity. That's just what the homies do
all the time.
I just want to tuck my homies in one last time.
Nothing like crying so loudly that all of the gods start forcefully crying too when your homie dies.
I do find it funny.
When my homie dies, and I go sicko mode.
When the homie dies, and I drag his murderer around by the ankles for like 2 days.
Around the city, like how many
around
times?
His home city. I believe it's 7 times around the city gates until he gets tired.
At what point, as the murderer, being dragged around, do you just go like, okay, what I did was obviously very hurtful to you, but what is this as the punishment?
Oh, he was
mad.
already dead.
Killed him and
Yeah,
dragged his dead
you're
body.
mixing.
That doesn't
No,
say
no.
you can't
He
think.
killed him. He killed him and then dragged the body around behind him in his chariot.
And you're saying
No, he was
corpses
doing it
can't
because
think?
he's pissed at
You
this
ever
little
been
bitch.
one?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
This
So
little
you're on the.
bitch.
No,
Pissed
but
at
you're
fucking
soon to be.
We need
Do
to
it.
have a okay. I'm sorry for getting us off track, but what Soph said just made me think of we got to have a great Troy versus the Greeks debate on who was right and who was wrong.
Well, obviously, it wasn't actually really about Helen. Because I have a lot of hate towards Helen, and then I remember that like she really didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, then
Consensual. There was some divine intervention there to remove consent.
Yeah, no, it's all Paris'
Yeah, it is.
fault.
equation.
it's divine.
Yeah,
It
it's all
really is.
Paris' fault for sucking
Actually,
ass.
Paris is terrible. Paris deserves to
One
be
Big
could
off.
say it's Eris, the goddess of strife's fault, because she's the one who threw the golden apple at Thetis's wedding to the three goddesses and said for the fairest, and then they decided to make Paris, who was Alexander, their judge for some reason, because he was a random shepherd. But one could
I
say
actually
also that
blame
was
the
always
three goddesses for being insecure enough to need like an apple to like
Yeah,
prove their value.
exactly.
yeah.
I
Now,
like the funny
hidden
guy
threat
with
that none of
info
you are
problems.
considering. Is it Horse's fault for being so perfectly gift-shaped?
Horse fault.
raise a
perfectly gift
Ir-
shaped.
irrefutable argument there.
Well, wait, what about listen? Wouldn't it have been like the actual start of the story is them not inviting what's her name to the wedding? So it's whoever didn't invite to the wedding.
Oh, that's really fair. Or would it be Zeus for making her marry Pylos? Or would it be the
Zeus
Fates
is a
for
bitch,
deciding that
let's be
her
real.
child would be stronger than the father, which means all the gods were like, "Oh, let's marry her to a mortal."
I blame all of the. I just blame Zeus. It's every time it's Zeus can't keep his shit in his pants.
It's
and that's
always
really the
it's always he
It's
can't keep
Yeah,
his
we can
pants.
go back to
We
Kronos, so we can go back to
hate Zeus.
fucking
We
what's his
hate-
name?
Uranus.
Star guy. Uranus.
Also, okay.
Yeah.
Before we keep going, are we leaving this in? Should I restart Craig?
I
'Cause I
don't
don't-
know.
I think this is a very important
listen-
prelude.
I'll
I
listen
feel
to
like
it and
Craig
figure
needs
out if
to
it's
hear
useful
this.
or
I
not.
feel like our one viewer who isn't one of us would appreciate all of this.
Yeah, I mean,
archaeological,
how else are they gonna get an
theological
education?
discussion of ancient Greece. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
just
isn't this
throwing it
the
out
equivalent
there.
of college?
Jens is an archaeologist, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out
Listen.
there.
I'll
For the
leave it up to
record-
future Cameron.
Start the session.
Yeah, we are. No, but also I'll say as a quick side note, there's nothing more straight than ancient Greece.
So true.
So true.
Oh,
To get that out.
All right. Excellent.
Oh my god! All right. Now I'm laughing too hard. Okay, let's get serious, guys. Come on. So last we left off, demon appeared out of a gate, the portal thing. A fellow barbarian tribesman challenged Jens to make up for his pain and suffering. Cyril died.
no.
And
Oh damn.
I'm sorry, you just make it too fun to make that joke. I apologize. I know it's worn down, but it's still fun to make. Ev was hanging out with the crowd, with Cyril, I think.
Yep.
I think she was actually right next to Cyril. You guys saw some hooded figures move in and out of the crowd, and that was pretty much it. We're gonna get back into it.
Guy.
Wait, you stabbed the guy? Oh yeah, oh that's right. Yes, a gentleman challenged Zin's honor, which surprisingly Zin kept his cool for once and didn't immediately execute the man. But in a desperate attempt to protect his beloved, was unable to resist using his angel powers in front of the sealing ceremony, which seemed to ignite the conflict. So now you guys just have to kind of survive. The sealing ceremony is still going on with the priests who are in a circle around the seal and are conducting it. Lear is also there, and let's see. As you guys, where okay, so everybody remind me of your positions here. I think Jens, you were in the crowd because you were chasing after Torgold. Eb, you were right next to Cyril, I believe. Atham, you were also in the crowd area.
I'm looking around for suspicious activity, so I don't know exactly where I ended up.
And Zin, you were kind of in the main part of the plaza, facing off against the demon.
Yeah.
So as this happens, you can see that the white light that is pouring out of the seal starts to become a little discolored with flecks of red and purple. The demon is holding a mace and like a kind of hooked spear that looks kind of like a harpoon. And there starts to be cracks in the ground as things shake apart, and demons start to seem to crawl out of the cracks in the ground, and it becomes uneven. I guess everybody roll me initiative, and I have Cyril's stuff here, so I will act for him.
Okay, cool. I did also challenge the demon last time.
Yes, you challenged. It's correct.
I got an 18.
Gotta do
15.
good. I want to hit first.
Right.
I need new dice.
Very cool. 32.
For initiative?
Yeah, wait.
And it gives me plus 10.
Damn.
That's
He was a
insane.
speedy boy.
I guess I'm not going
I get
first.
to the future.
Wait, does your foresight now give you plus 10?
It's always remember that thing where I could give everyone plus 10? I can do that for myself, but with less expenditure.
Okay.
It also gives me a few other bonuses, but it's an 8-hour concentration thing. So I cast it this morning, knowing the sealing ceremony will be coming up.
So
I got 15.
So you got Zin got 15, Atham got 32. What did Jens and Eb get?
I got 15.
18.
Okay.
To roll. Oh my...
Sorry, I'm just writing stuff down here.
Might be worth it to have an initiative channel at some point, just for
the sake. Yeah, that might be better. That might be better.
That's a good idea.
just so we don't have to do this in succession. Like, especially when it's just the three of us, it's easy. But
Yeah, when we've got a fucking annoying guest like Brayden, it makes it really annoying. Really
And
throws off the
Cyril.
group
Let's not
dynamic.
forget Cyril. He's got to roll initiative too.
Yes, that's true.
But like, keys are like, we all love him.
Yeah,
Also, you only have to keep track
we'll
of
see what
Cyril's
you're
initiative
saying by
for
the
one
end of the
turn.
session.
Yeah, I don't.
Ah!
I
Oh man, things are getting heated.
heated. Yeah,
We haven't even
I don't
started.
love him because he steals Zin's attentions from me. Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm in love with Zin.
Obviously you're in love with Zen. That's why you
Oh my
made
God.
Cyril as a character. So you
Exactly.
could
No,
role play
That's
insert,
my
being
yeah.
with Zen.
logic with Sean.
We
Yes,
all know it's
I
your self-insert, Sean. Come on.
yes, I look exactly like a thin, medium height blonde twink. That's exactly what I look like.
Nothing to do with looks.
Yeah.
It's just
well, the audience doesn't know.
Of course.
The audience doesn't know.
For
Hey,
the audience
Sean
listening,
is
that
a,
was
is a
not
medium tall
sarcastic.
blonde
That is
twink.
exactly what Sean
my
looks like.
God.
Yeah, he just
All
described
right.
himself.
Sean, you
He
have
doesn't have his camera on, so we can just say whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
as you're all debating the appearance of a certain twink, the ground starts to shake, and it starts lifting off. Where you're all lifted onto different floating rocks that start to go into the sky, and a huge black shard of stone pierces out of the ground in the crowd where Jens and Atham kind of were. Civilians are getting attacked. The stone is starting to thrum with energy, and there seems to be some hooded cultist figures who are congregating around it. you are slowly but decently surely rising up into the air with the rocks. And Lear is currently embattled with a bunch of demons at the side, so he's probably not going to help at the moment. Right now, it's going to be Atham up first. Atham, you were on a rock with Jens, Torgold, a few civilians, and a couple demons. These are like pretty big sized rocks, like half a city block sort of a deal.
Gotcha.
What would you like to do? There's demon is on a rock with the big demon with the kind of beetle and what's it called? Dragon head is on the rock with Zin. Ebb is up on a higher rock with some other people and a demon. And you guys are all kind of floating up and almost above the what's it called? The skyline, I guess, even though it's not really a high skyline since it's not that advanced in the city.
So give me a rundown on the enemies on the field. So we've got the big demon over by Zin. There's also other demons and cultists. How many and sort of where? And
there are 10. There are 10 cultists on the ground around the rock. There are 2 demons on the rock with you that are attacking civilians. There's Torgold who's across from Zin, and then there's one massive demon fighting Zin. That's about it. So in your area of effect, you've got about 10 cultists on the ground, 2 demons near you, 1 Torgold, and 1 big demon.
On the ground, you mean not in the floating ground?
Only the 10 cultists are on the non-floating ground. Everybody else is on the rocks with you.
Okay. Remind me again. Torgol is
the guy who's yelling at Jens. He's gonna say, "Fight me!"
Right. Okay. Jens has got
fucking bookworm.
So there's only up on the floating stuff. There's the 2 demons and the big demon.
Yeah.
Like,
what do these 2
like
demons
that,
look like?
I'm drawing it out. Like,
yeah.
Big demon, and we're having a showdown. The rest of you guys are doing other things, right?
The other demons. So in terms of who are actual threats, the only one who is the 2 smaller demons don't look very tough. Torgal looks pretty tough, and the big demon looks very, very tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show down with the big demon. That's my.
All right. I'll get another healing potion ready.
Wow.
What? Listen.
I'm gonna need. Hold on. I'm gonna need your move here.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action evaluate the big demon.
All right. So that's health.
Health, resistances, immunities, and weaknesses.
Okay.
Vulnerabilities is the technical term.
All right. So for him,
2 side bonus.
That is total health is 150. Vulnerabilities are acid. Damage resistances are bludgeoning, poison, psychic. Damage immunities are fires. Is fire. Sorry.
Sorry. Can you? So sorry. What was it? What was health again?
150.
Cool. All right. And resistances. What were they? Fire.
Fire's immunity. It's resistant to bludgeoning, acid, and psychic damage.
Okay. All right. And vulnerabilities.
Vulnerabilities are acid damage. Poison damage.
Poison. Huh. Interesting.
What about?
All right, then.
What about me? What about my damage type? Is it and nothing? It's not like radiant.
All right.
Vulnerable. Okay.
All right. I'm going to charge at one of the lesser demons on the platform with me.
All right. They're just kind of being relent or scurrying around trying to attack people in a mad frenzy. And they're kind of attacking innocent civilians, and they do seem to have already gotten a few down. Just roll me an attack for one of them.
Yeah, I'm going to strike the soul. Burning sword, burning with fire. No resurrections for these assholes. Okay, that will be 23.
That hits.
Sweet. One second. Let me just open my dice roller quickly. So that's 8d10. That's gonna be 52 damage.
All right, you strike, and it starts to evaporate. What does Atham banishing a demon look like with the sword?
Oh, this is not banishment. This thing is burning from the inside out.
Well, you know what I mean. Like,
I want to know what's on the demon's face and realize it's actually dying.
You can see that it turns from rage and fury to being, oh, ah! And it kind of just starts to evaporate as it has a fear of suddenly something that can actually hurt it for the first time in a long time. And I'll roll for the other guy to see if he's able to keep his wits about him. He is not. So he jumps off the rock, and that's going to be, I believe, your turn unless you do anything else. Correct?
No, that's my action and bonus action. I'm done.
Okay. Next up is going to be Torvald, who is going to point at Jens, and he's going, "You were never a worthy champion. You've forgotten your roots." And he's going to go into a rage and strike at Jens.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
How much distance is between your Thorvald's back and the edge of this rock?
About 15 feet.
About 15 feet.
Yeah, about 15.
Okay, cool. This is cool. Just, keep...
He's going to attack in a rage. Where is his shield?
I'm gonna raise my shield in defense, Sean.
Oh boy. All right, let me roll for him. Oh, that's a crit. Ooh boy. So he raises his long sword. He strikes. He's gonna do. Let's see here. So that is going to be 22 damage.
Ooh, ouch. That hurts a lot. But that's okay, because using a reaction, I raise my shield, and with a pulse of energy, I push him back 15 feet. Get fucked.
Oh shit! Oh
Yes.
shit! Does Yen say anything in response to all of his accusations?
I says, your culture is not mine anymore. And that's it.
Weakling! He says as he gets thrown over, and is I'm going to do a quick athletics check, because since it was exactly 15, see if he can grab onto the. Oh shit! No, he actually starts falling. So he's like, fuck! Trickery, deceit! No! And he starts to fall over the edge. He is able to land near one of the sorcerers, but he's going to take D10 for falling that high. All right, he's going to take 7 damage. All right. And with that, is there anything? That was Torgold, so then he's going to be done for now. Ab, it is going to be your turn.
Heck yes. Okay. So it's me and Cyril on a floating platform. Do we have the mini demons with us, or are they on a different platform?
So there's a group of civilians with you, actually, on this platform. There's about 5 minor demons who are attacking civilians there. They're not very strong from what you can tell, but and then it kind of goes like in a straight line. It's like there's your rock, there's the Zin and Major Demon rock, and then Atham and Yen's rock, kind of in a straight line that start floating up. So you can make it across a rock if you do like an athletics check.
No, Eb looks out and sees like Zin is fighting the big bad, which she's like, yep, classic Zin, but she also thinks, alright, I might need to go help him because he often bites off a little more than he can chew. But then she hears kind of the screaming behind her and looks back and sees the civilians cowering while the demons are kind of running at them, and has a little moment of, so I take it the demons can all see me.
Yeah, they're more interested in the civilians, but they don't think that you're. I guess you're not stealth at the moment.
Okay. So I wouldn't get sneak attack damage.
There's one that's close to Cyril that I would count as being flanked, which will give you advantage in sneak attack.
Okay. Well then, I would like to take Form of Dread so I can up my HP, and also every creature I hit needs to make a test to see if it's frightened by me.
All right. I will
And then
roll for them.
yeah, but that's not until I hit them, so it has a
Oh,
moment.
okay.
An extra 11 temporary HP. Dope. And then using that, I look misty and terrifying like a Dementor, but small, so you could like put it in your pocket. And I am gonna run over and strike with the rapier. So I will roll to hit. Oof. 11. Oh wait, am I supposed to here?
Yeah, you should be. It's a finesse weapon, so you should add your dex.
Okay, okay, so then I get, do I add proficiency or dex?
You got both with it. You should be proficient and with it and get dex.
17.
That does hit. You can see that there's this demon. It kind of looks like a weird kind of inverse of a satyr almost, where it's got kind of a mix of a body, but not in a clean way. It's all mismatched in shape, and it's holding a rusted blade, and it's kind of advancing on Cyril a little bit. Order, destroy order. And you kind of how do you you hit, and then what is your damage?
Okay, first I have to add everything. So 6 plus 4 times 6. 25 damage. I would like to know how mortally does it wound it, because that will affect how cool my strike is.
That will kill it.
Okay, wonderful. I want to say, well, the thing is near Cyril and kind of approaching. It doesn't really see Ebb until all of a sudden, like flying out of the night like Batman when he does his little jumpy thing, is Ebb, and she is doing the jump where her legs are up in the air, so she looks really silly. But it's scary because Form of Dread, so she's really scary right now. And I want to say she just, from like this, grabs the sword off her back and slices it across the half-goat man, like bisecting the goat and the man part.
Into two halves. Cyril reacts like, thanks. Oh, jeez, thank you, Eb. He's still recovering a little bit from the shock of the demon charging him earlier. Not the small one, the big one that was trying to like kill him and Zin. He's like, we've got to help Zin, but we've got to save those civilians first. Zin can handle himself.
Eb just nods, and then because there is another creature within 30 feet of us,
there are, yes.
I would like to do Whales from the Grave and just basically stick out my hand and just zap it with weird green energy that sounds like ghosts yelling at him in a very scary way. What
kind of things are they yelling at? Like, you were a failure in school, or like, are you saying like, go back to your own dimension? Like, what do you think Ebb's
it's more like whatever that person fears the most. Or like if they've lost someone to death, what those people would be yelling to them, but in negative connotations.
Okay.
Or like if they've killed people, it's the people that they've killed.
You see that the demon kind of starts shaking and says, "Get out of my hands! Get out of my hands!" And how much damage are you gonna do to that one?
Oh shoot! I did 8 damage, but basically he's just like clutching his ears, and it's in necrotic damage. If that does anything extra.
No, it hurts them, but it's not a super damaging, it seems. That I think that is all you can do, right? That should be your action, bonus action.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then Jens, that is your turn.
It's my turn. Okay. How many demons are on the platform with me and Atham?
Right now, there's only one left. Torgold fell off. The one demon was killed by Atham. The other one is being killed by, or is trying to kill some civilians.
Okay,
I
I'm
thought
gonna
it was
go.
running away.
Is it running away?
Yes, he's
Towards some civilians?
Yes, he's running through the civilians, we'll say, but he did fail the check. That's right. He failed very badly.
Okay, well, if he's running away, then I won't be fussed. How in danger are these civilians? Like, are they...
They're not. They're in danger of falling off. Actually, they're probably going to have to take a dex check in a while, and civilians don't have a great check to that, so some of them might fall off. Now that the demon is no longer attacking.
How many
them,
civilians are there?
Let me give it a D10 roll. There are 5.
I gotta cast Featherfall on all of them.
Oh, all right.
Exactly
So,
that.
Aw.
so
I get five creatures exactly, so...
the demon's running away. Everybody looks terrified. It's still the rock is slowly rising. Jens goes over these people.
I walk up to them, and I cast Featherfall, and then I say, now, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be quite fine. Please do not be alarmed, and then I push them over the edge.
Oh boy, they're like, wait, ah! No, wait. It's a lot of them stumble over like that scene in I don't know, I guess 300 when they're all being pushed off the cliff.
Exactly, and they very gently fall down.
You can hear them screaming, and then they silently go, ah!
Oh.
Oh!
Okay.
And they're like, thanks, man.
They all
I'm gonna quickly look
do
over at Jens. Can you deal with that last demon?
Yes, I can.
Good.
I have a mace just
Yes,
for this.
I can.
That's my turn. That is an action to cast that. So
Okay.
civilians are out of the way.
It's reaction, actually.
Is it reaction?
Yeah.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, what's the point? You're supposed to cast it while you're falling.
Aha! In that case, I charge the demon, and I'm going to hit him with my mace.
All right, sure. Yeah, you can do that.
You're pretty useless spell if you had to spend the turn casting it.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Well, I think you can choose. You can choose some you can choose action or reaction, right? Or no?
I rolled a 19.
That's how far you're falling.
Yeah.
You rolled a 19,
That would
you said?
affect it.
Yes, that would indeed affect it. And then 10 mace damage, 8 radiant damage, and can you make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw for me, please? And if you fail, you'll be frightened.
Ooh.
Well, it's already frightened, and you've done
Google
enough damage
frightened.
to kill. So tell me, how does Jens finish off this demon?
Jens rushes over with his mace, which, as it approaches the demon, begins to ignite in a radiant light. And in a fury of blows, he strikes it over the head until there is nary a head left.
Does he pound it like in a cartoon into the ground? Like he keeps hitting it with the mace, and then it just starts.
Yes, that's it, exactly. Like it's actually starting to break the rock a little bit. It's kind of impressive considering how like nerdy Jens normally is.
All of the civilians who are feather falling start golf clapping, like, "Oh, yes, wonderful display." Yes,
Someone holds up a big card, says 8.5.
I'll take it.
That is going to be Cyril's turn.
Quick question:
so
Can
well.
Cyril
Oh, sorry,
can
hold on a
Cyril roll and see if he is frightened of Ebb? Not that Ebb is striking him. I just want to know if he gets a little scared.
Intimidation.
Wait, sorry. Could you repeat that? I was talking to my brother real quick. Hit the press.
Oh, can Cyril roll to see if he is scared of Ebb in form of dread? Because I would like to know if she's scary at all.
All right. Well, real quick, if that's the case, just why don't you roll me, or not roll me, regale us with what Ebb's form of dread looks like, and I will roll for Cyril.
Okay, I just want to say, very wispy and kind of like she is not quite there. All very dark. Kind of the way that Boris is, where light goes through him sometimes. but it's kind of like smoke trailing off behind her to make the vague shape of Ebb. But she's got the glowy green eyes, purple eyes. She has purple eyes.
It's like wait, is it like in Mob Psycho where like when Mob goes like sicko mode? I have to send a photo.
I know which one you're talking about, but
I feel like that sounds like
I just want to say like her face like is literally just like darkness with 2 eyes.
like that's
yeah, it sounds kind of like that. Cyril is going to be taken aback for a second. I don't think you've actually gone
Oh,
ghost
sure, yeah.
mode in front of him too much. So he's gonna be like, Ebb, is that you?
She grins, and suddenly there's a really terrifying, like, Joker grin, glowing smile, like a jack-o'-lantern. She's like, yeah, isn't it cool? Just does not go with the outfit at all.
I am rough day today. That is really cool. You're scaring me a little bit. Also-
The eyes get comically large.
Okay, I am a cleric, so I'm pretty sure I could smite you right now. I could turn dead. I don't know if that would do. No,
She
no,
hisses like a cat.
he pushes his he makes like a mouth move with his hand, and like it spritz water. It spritzes water at you like a water bottle. No, bad.
Yeah,
idea,
it's how a cat reacts when they get sprayed with water, and they go, ugh! And she kind of like flops away a little bit.
And he's gonna be like, all right, let's. I will say that does look pretty sick though. But here, I gotta help these civilians.
Yeah. Not because it's holy water though, because it's water and it reminds Ebb of baths, and she doesn't like baths.
That's a good distinction. Hold on, it's like the TV.
oh, that was the wrong button.
Nice.
A truly beautiful quote.
All right, there you go. But yeah, see, we're really going all out of the post. So Cyril is going to cast. I think he's going to cast. He's going to try and help stop the demons. He's going to cast Bane on 3 out of the 4 that are left. That are attacking the civilian. He's gonna start running over to them. So they all have to make charisma. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they all fail. Interesting.
Not very charismatic.
No, they are not. Okay, so that is then going to be Zin's turn.
I don't know
Oh
why I
no.
laughed like that. That was weird.
It was perfectly.
That was very Ebcore of you.
Thank you. It's mostly just me. I'm so excited. I get to fight the big bad. Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna fight the big bad?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
fight the big bad. I don't know. For some reason I was expecting it to say something to me for no reason.
So
Anyway.
basically, I kill the big bad immediately.
And basically, I
big
destroy
bad
that bitch.
That
Fuck him.
was a creepy line.
The big bad has a heart attack for an unrelated reason and keels over.
No, it says that was a creepy laugh. Like, yes, I don't know why you did that.
That was a really creepy laugh. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I'm out of here.
Okay. Alright.
Teleports away.
I'm very uncomfortable now.
Teleports to the rock that Atham's on and challenges him instead.
Alright, okay, let's see what I can do. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this bitch. Okay, what should I start with? Going through all of my funny... Ooh, what's this one do? Okay, okay, I'm gonna start easy peasy. I'm gonna hit him with the whip. Or the glaive. No, the glaive. I think the glaive. We're going glaive mode today. Let me see. Wait.
All right, roll me hit.
See, plus 7. So 19 to hit.
19 to hit. That does not hit.
What?
Two attacks.
You have another attack.
Oh, but that's annoying. Fine. Fine, stupid bitch ass demon. Can't embarrass myself. Crit.
There you go. There you go.
That's not
See.
embarrassing in the slightest.
No, I crit. That's technically a 27 to hit, and I'm going to smite. I'm gonna smite. I'm gonna
Sounds
smite
good.
this bitch. Okay. Let me do all the. Fuck. There's a lot of damage to roll now. So I'm gonna smite him with my glaive, like I said. It's a D10. So I roll 2 of those, and I'll smite at. I feel like being extra damagey today.
Max level. Max.
My max level?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Let's fucking do that. What's the highest level of smite I can do? How many d8s is that? Max 5 d8s.
Okay, so you have
Double.
So
And that's
yes,
doubled, so 10 d8s.
so 10d8 plus your glaive's normal dice doubles.
And then I double my glaive attack, right?
So you double all in a crit. Traditionally, you double all damage dice involved, and then add also your modifier. The modifier is not doubled, but the dice are doubled. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
10d8 plus what is the glaive? Is it 2d8, 2d6? I forget.
2d10.
2d10. Oh, okay. So 40, 10,
Okay,
and
cool.
10d8. Jesus Christ. Okay.
So that's it's gonna take me a sec. 3. Okay. God, I swear. And now I get to roll 10 d8s. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. I should probably do something like online.
That might be easier, yeah.
That might be
For
easier.
that many dice, yeah, I would do it online, bro.
Okay.
It'll add it up for you too.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Roll 10 D. D8. I mean, I feel like this thing rolled horribly for me, but I will take it. So that's a total of 58 damage. And then I still have an extra attack if I summon my, as a bonus action, I will summon my spiritual weapon. Actually, no, it is already summoned, so I will get to hit it again with the spiritual weapon.
Wait, why is it already summoned? I thought it takes a.
Because I used it before to hit the guy.
When he charged Cyril last
When he
session.
charged at Cyril
Oh,
last time.
alright. Yep, that's true. Fair enough.
So first he takes 58 damage from my smite with my glaive.
Right.
And now I have to roll the hit with the spiritual weapon. 22
hits.
Okay, and then that's just like, it's just an extra d8, because why not? I believe it's just 1d. Less d8. Oh, 1d8 plus 2, so 8.
So that's a total of 66 damage you've done in one turn?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Gotta love paladins.
Yay!
And you missed one attack.
And I missed one attack.
So tell me, what is, so the demon's taunting you. Goes, finally my revenge is here, Alexius. And you get the first strike in. What does it look like?
So my first strike is I remember last time when I go like come at me or catch or something like that. So I just kind of raise up my glaive and it begins, and I do too, glowing with radiant energy. But and I like hold it up and I'm like holding it and I'm like, silence, demon. Your words hold no merit. And I go and I slash, I go in and I like take it and I just go, like I stab it and I slash it, like how you use a glaive, I go like, like across its body or whatever, and I cut into it and it starts searing with the radiant damage, doing 6, and then that does like the 58, and then at the same time, shortly after, my spiritual weapon rises up, also in the shape of a glaive, and it just stabs into like part of its head to do that extra 8 damage.
A little bit. So you stab at the heart of this thing. It is. You can feel its damage in its soul. It staggers a little bit, but it rights itself, and you guys are kind of tussling around on the rock in an exchange. That is going to be the demon's turn. I'm going to start with the smaller demons on the rock with Cyril and Eb. They're going to attack the civilians. They'll see if they can hit now that they've got this D4 Bane on them by Cyril. Damn it, none of them actually hit except that.
Get better dice, nerd.
Fuck. It's digital dice right now, because that's easier as a DM. Fuck you.
And that explains it.
You can kind of see that, we'll say that as they're attacking, they're like, blood. And Cyril's like, not today, and kind of casts a bunch of water around
Cyril,
them.
like, power pose, like Sailor Moon style, and he's like, not today!
Alright, we're not going to do the offensive gay stereotypes here, alright?
How was that offensive?
I wasn't doing it because he's gay, I just thought it'd be funny.
John finds Sailor Moon offensive.
Yeah.
I do, exactly.
Anyone could be Sailor Moon.
No. Had enough of this. Cyril's...
Wait, is Sailor Moon gay?
No.
There was
Well,
a lesbian
No,
couple
she
on
has
there.
a love interest.
Cyril,
is
well,
male.
as a quick side note, there actually was a lesbian couple on Sailor Moon in like the 80s, which was very progressive in Japan for the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was.
There was,
And
but it wasn't Sailor Moon.
Coming out in the
It wasn't
It was
Sailor
the other
Moon,
one,
yeah.
the cooler
Yeah,
one.
imagine being gay in the 80s. I didn't know they existed then.
God. Anyway, the point is that Cyril. Fine, I don't know. I'll let. So does Cyril power pose when he uses his water power?
Does he like not
Wants
today?
to. I feel like he
Does a
doesn't
JoJo
always. I
pose.
feel like he could. I feel like he could go either way. I feel like, yeah, let him do it. Let him do the thing.
Yeah. It's not like he does it every time, but I just feel like if he's really feeling himself and he's like, look how powerful I am.
He's allowed to have He's allowed to have
my
good
God.
vibe energy.
Let him have some fun with
He's
it.
allowed to have some
All
fun.
right, fine. Yes,
I guess
he
he does.
power poses and he with a wagging finger says, "Not today," and all of
No.
all of the demons become encased in water. What are you doing to my man here? My man's Cyril. Poor guy. Next up, you're gonna make him go through some kind of weird transformation sequence.
Magical transformation.
Turns into a magical girl with like the full like skirt and wand and everything like. Here it
I
comes.
mean, like, now you're just giving us ideas, John.
I'll save
John
Cyril
dreams
there.
about this all the
As
time.
as the person who plays Cyril, I have some sympathy for him, and he deserves better than to be objectified by you hooligan.
Yeah.
I'm not objectifying him. I just think it would be really fun. I feel
The
him and
power
Eb
pose is fine.
they
The power
would
pose is
power
fine, but I
pose.
will.
I think him and Eb. I think Eb would want to do the sequence, and then she would do puppy dog eyes, and he would have to also do the Sailor Moon dress sequence with her.
Okay,
Yeah.
And then he
maybe.
starts to
That
be like, and then he's like, "Wait,
maybe.
this is kind of really fun."
Oh my god. All right, the demons are gonna do that. They fail. The other demon died. The other demons have died. The big demon is going to stumble. You know, he's heavy. Feet fall on the rock. It shakes the ground you're on. He's gonna say,
It's been centuries since we dueled like this. Time to see your blood again, Angel.
and it's going to strike with the mace. And let's see. Miss one, hit one. So that is going to be. It's going to be 15 damage off the bat. And then he's going to heft the harpoon in his other hand, and he's going to make a shot for you, but he misses. And it flies all the way over to the other rock and actually spears into Eb. And it goes right through you, but it actually doesn't appear to hurt for some odd reason. You feel there's some kind of weird reality becomes hazy and almost sort of what's the word? Viscous and stringy as the yes, so give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, you know, Eb isn't that bright.
Also, I think I have a thing where
I have a 19.
I have a thing with me. I mean, she's fine, but my aura of protection, I believe, gives everyone a +2 to
Within.
No, yeah,
I think I'm too far
definitely
away
not
from
within
you.
range, yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
it's
also, hold on.
range. Damn it! I didn't know it was a range thing. I mean, she's fine though. She got like a 19.
Yeah, I survived. I'm a survivor. Okay, cool.
Sorry about that. I had to grab a drink because the voices are starting to hurt. So with that, you actually, as you're sitting there, or not sitting there, as you're kind of in your ghost form, you feel something being pulled out of you as the harpoon retracts, and out comes my disciple. I am in danger.
Is it the bee god?
To the forces of hell, I am no stranger. And the bee god is slowly getting pulled away from you toward the giant demon.
Oh no!
My dear god, no way. How are you in my tummy?
Tame.
What is Tame? What is going on?
Please don't make me do more rhymes right now. I've got a million things to think about. He'll respond in a second here.
Oh, I thought that was the bee. I thought that was the bee god canonically responding.
Yes.
Don't make me rhyme.
Okay. Oh shit,
No,
that was good.
it
Give me a
doesn't.
second.
It doesn't need to rhyme. It just needs to be a haiku. It
Oh,
always
God.
has to be 575.
Okay, he's got a harpoon in his thorax or whatever, and is slowly being pulled away. He's like, okay, give me a second. He starts pulling out a pen and paper and starts writing. He's like, okay.
If you want, we could disband the haikus for now. We're kind of in the middle of something, and you're coming out of my abdomen.
As he's being pulled away, there is a pulse in the lower section of the field where the cultists and the stone are. Since there wasn't any civilian deaths, there was one civilian death and one red missile flies out of the rock and starts hunting for something. I want you all to roll me a d6 each.
A d6. Okay.
Yes.
Oh man.
5.
Yes.
To be clear, I have one question. Can I use Hellish Rebuke on the big demon for hitting me with the spear?
No, because it needs to be dealing damage, I believe, specifically.
Ah.
Wait, what are we rolling for?
Yeah.
Roll me a d6, those who haven't. 5 for Brayden.
Uno for
6.
Reese.
A d6? Okay.
Well, I'll tell you, you might have a chance here then, because if you roll the lowest.
I rolled a 2.
All right.
We
So
got, do we have 1, 2, 5, 6?
1, 2, 5. So yeah, we got 1, 2, 5, 6. Nice. Very good year for history, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember what happened then.
1256?
Yeah.
I don't think that year was particularly special.
Something.
Too many too modern for me to care about.
Yeah, too new wave for Reese. So the red bolt of energy is going to hit Ebb, and it is going to do 20 points of damage.
Can I Hellish Rebuke?
You can Hellish Rebuke that. I will.
Will that be beneficial?
Give me a perception.
What is
check
Hellish
or an insight
Rebuke
check.
damage type?
Fire? I
think you said it's immune to fire.
No, the demon
Wait.
didn't do this. There's
The
a
demon is.
rock. There's a citadel, or not citadel. Sorry, there's like a like a little pillar that's shooting out of the ground that cultists are gathering around that fired the beam. So it's not the demon that did.
I thought it was a demon. I was like, oh no.
Okay. So
It's
for
demonic.
perception, I got 25.
So you can tell that there seems to be a connection between the cultists and the rock doing its thing right now. That also seems to be connected to the rocks floating. So and the missile. So if you Hellish Rebuke, you will probably do damage to the cultist.
Yeah, I want to do damage to the cultist.
All right, roll me that damage.
Dope.
God damn it.
Ooh, I like when you say it that way. What is it? 3d6 or 4d6? I think it might be 3 right now. I feel like it has to be more than 3d6. So sorry. I'm working
That's
on
okay.
it.
I think it's. Let's check.
Oh, it's 3d10. Duh. I knew it was 3 something, but I was like 3d6 seems too low.
Your Hellish Rebuke is so nice. Is
It's
there
a
one for
really great
Asimar?
race
I wish there was
feature.
one for Asimar.
21. 21
Nice.
of just
Nice.
jet. Just a jet of flames that all of a sudden appears because Eb points at them and she goes, "No!"
Cyril goes by. He's like, no, you got to put your hand on your hip and like.
Oh,
Wait.
like
No.
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 This happens for a couple of seconds until Eb can activate the Hellish Rebuke, and she like finally gets her hand on the hip right and goes, "No," and then it Hellish Rebukes them.
Yes.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. There you go.
She flips her very short hair, so it's just her throwing her head around.
With that being said, there's going to be 5 more demons spawned on each of the rocks.
Jesus.
And that's going to go back up to Atham.
All right. So there's
Actually,
those
there's 4.
cultists
Let's
below
give-
me, right?
The cultists are below you. I'll say there's 4 actually on the rock with Ziens and Atham.
All right. I'm going to fire a psychic blast down at the cultists, and then bonus
All right.
action, I'm going to light up my sword a bit more with maiming strike. So,
All right. What does
intelligence
the
saving
blast do?
throws. Intelligence saving throws from the cultists, por favor.
All right. All right. Well, I rolled them as a whole with advantage, and I got a 1 and a 2. So they fail.
Ah, okay. I did not roll badly. 58 damage.
58 damage. Okay, so 6 more fall. So out of the 10 that were originally there, Ebb kills 2, Atham kills 6. So there are 2 left.
Nice.
And you can feel that the rocks and the little obelisk in the middle are kind of weakening. As that and then you let up your sword. Do you attack one of the demons?
I had already used my action. I'm lighting it up for next turn.
Okay. So in between this turn and that turn, you can see that a couple of the demons swarm around the bee god, and he says, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, dum. Please help me. I will give you very sweet magic honey."
Magic.
I like the rhyming better. Honestly, I might go back. I'm better at that. You can do the haikus though. I'll count that as proper.
Okay, I think I'm only gonna speak in haikus.
That
Sounds like
I can say something. So okay. How dare you?
I didn't type the whole thing out.
That's fine. Okay, fine. A couple of the demons jump onto the bee god. They grab him and they start making their way up to. They jump on the lighthouse and start going up toward the top opening of the lighthouse, which is ominously open.
No! I keep doing it.
You can maybe do stuff there. You know, you got.
Wait, I thought bee god was being pulled towards the big demon.
Yeah, it got pulled out. It got pulled in, and then he said, "Well, okay, here I'll set it up with me."
This will make a fine sacrifice. Send it up to the lighthouse.
And the other demon's like, "Yes, yes, Lord, yes," and they start bringing it up to be sacrificed, potentially, whatever that means.
Jens, kill the cultists.
Noted.
Torgold is going to be Torgold's turn, and he is going to heft a large spear, it looks like, or javelin, and he's going to fire at Jens. Let's see here.
I'll reaction add 4 to your armor class, Jens.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Fuck. All right, he misses. He's gonna use his bonus action to throw a smoke bomb though, and there's gonna be smoke spread on your entire area. And that's about it. That's going to then be Emp's turn.
Okay, perfecto. I see the bee god being ripped away, and I do notice that we are now down to 3 demons on the block, or did we also get the 4 extra demons?
You got. So there's three demons are still attacking the group. The 4 demons are the ones that surrounded the bee god. So, Cyril can say, "Listen, I know that rhyming bee god is important to you. I'll take care of the demons on here. You go after him."
Ebb nods and goes, "Thank you." And then, how far away is the bee god? How far away is the lighthouse?
It's about 10 feet from the rock to the lighthouse, like as a jump, and they're able to walk like sideways because they're demons. And I'll say they're pretty close, so like 10 or 15 feet. They're like right there. They just kind of jumped off and are starting to bring the bee god up.
I would like to Misty Step in front of them.
Okay, yeah, you can totally do that.
That's a bonus action. So I Misty Step in front of them. I appear. And how strong do these demons look? They're like the demons from earlier.
Yeah, they're very weak.
I would like to cast Poison Spray at them. It is a cantrip.
All right.
And it hits a range of 10 feet in front of me. So it hits a range of 10 feet. So I assume if they're all in front of me, it just like hits them all.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can hit all of them. That's a good way. That's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, so it must succeed 14 Constitution, or I can hit them with the poison.
All right. They're very bad at Constitution. All but one fails.
Okay, wonderful. Ooh, okay, I hit all of them for 19 poison damage, except for the one, and do I get sneak attack for appearing directly in front of them?
I'm going to say no, especially because this is a spell, but I'll tell you what. You
But,
put your
yeah.
hands out. You summon your magic energy that you're still getting used to, kind of, in your ghost ghastly form, and you hear you feel your mark on your face resonate, the yellow mark on your face resonate. By the way, you're blue still right
Ooh.
now, and instead of acid
Yeah,
coming
I forgot
out,
I'm blue.
is it? Wait, did you say poison or acid spray?
It's poison spray.
Poison spray. Instead of poison, out comes delicious golden yellow honey that smothers the demons, and they all fall off like, oh, it's delicious, no! And they all start plummeting to the ground as they dissolve in a shining golden ray of light. And one is still carrying it. Is still carrying the bee god. But yeah, did you want to say anything?
Apple looks at her hands and just goes, "What?" And I think that's all I can do because I've already bonus action Misty Step, and then cantrip counts as an action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're going to start falling, but we'll get to that later. Next turn will determine whether or not what you want to do to save yourself from falling too far. That is going to be Yen.
Okay, 2 questions. How many cultists are there, and how much distance is between me and them?
So there are 2 cultists left on the floor. There are 4 demons on the rock with you. Everything's covered in smoke, and you are now, since it's been another turn, you're about 20 feet up in the air.
20 feet up in the air? Okay, excellent. I cast Fly on myself. And I am going to go fly down, grab them 2 cultists, and fly them up. I've got 60 feet of movement, so it's 40 feet in the air.
Acceptable.
Well, hold on. Is Feather Fall...
No, it's not concentration.
It's not?
No,
Okay.
it is a reaction, which means they
Alright.
keep Featherfall until they hit the ground or until a minute passes.
Okay. All right. Fair. You've beaten me, good sir. Then. All right. You can fly down. You want to pick up 2 people. All right. Let me.
Yeah, I want to fly by, grab them with my arms, just scoop them and fly away.
Fly away. Okay.
And then
Give me-
ideally drop them at a certain point.
Okay. Tell you what. Give me a athletics or. Yeah, just give me an athletics check, I guess.
Athletics.
They're not resisting. They're not resisting because they're concentrating on the spell. So I guess you want to grab.
I rolled a 15.
I think with that you're only going to be able to grab one of them.
So I knock the other guy over at least?
Yeah, we'll see. You knock him over with your boots or something. Yeah, you can knock him.
A flying man just knocks him over. Yeah.
There. And then what does Yen swoop down and say? We paint the scene here for.
Jens doesn't say much. He flies down. He grabs the one guy, knocks over the other, flies up, and then when he gets to the peak of his movement, and he says, goodbye, and before dropping the other one.
Goodbye.
All right. So I'll say you go 30 feet down, you go 30 feet up, so you're a little above the rocks. You drop the guy. We'll call that 3d10 of damage.
I try to make sure that he is spinning when he falls, so chances of landing well are minimal.
Let's see here. And yeah, he splats on the ground in a broken heap. What are you doing? No! And then dark torches.
Bye.
All right, that's your move. That's going to be Cyril. Cyril is going to, now that he's got these guys still baying, What can he do?
Buff me.
Can't he help?
Can he give me more buffs?
There's a falling ebb,
Did he make me do more damage?
and there are many demons.
Yes, there are many demons. He is protecting those people, and I'm also falling through the air. But I'll figure it out. I have a second Misty Step, so Eb's kind of chilling.
I can fly.
Well, I mean, what's its name? Cyril saw Zin doing well against the demon, and he kind of sees that they're surrounding these poor people. And so he's going to run over and he's going to cast Spirit Guardians, which are a bunch
Yay!
of water nymphs that kind of just start attacking the demon. And they start to, the demons start to disintegrate. He's like, "Don't worry, I've got you guys. I'm here for you. The church won't let you get hurt." And you can see the people like, "Thank you, oh, thank you," as the rocks rise a little more and more in the air. That is then going to be, and he's also going to look over at Abby. He's going, I'll figure out something. Don't worry.
You can't really hear her, but she just goes,
Yeah, I don't even know what you said in real life. That's then going to be Zin. That's going to be.
Alrighty. So, big guy still in front of me?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna beat him up again.
Beat
wait,
his
how
ass.
much does my... Oh, that's an action. Fuck! I wanted to try casting Armor of Axis on me, but I'm looking fine for now, I think, because that's an action. But I won't do that. Okay, I'm gonna see. Should I have more okay. I'm gonna hit him. Again. I crave violence. That is start with the glaive. What? That's it. Oof. 18 to hit?
That does not hit.
Is this AC 20?
Maybe.
I mean, I think it is, because I think I did last time I did a 19, didn't hit.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
well, I'm
did
gonna hit him
22.
again. Oh wait, you know what I actually can do with that? I can do a channel divinity right now. Why not?
Up to you. I will
yeah, I'm
need.
gonna do guided strike.
Gonna do guided strike. Okay.
So that means that makes my 18 into a 20. Hit.
That does hit.
Yay! I'm gonna hit him with my glaive for that one. The mid. And then, so that's 7, and then I'll roll again. With the... I did not hit the second time. Hit. And then I'm gonna roll my spiritual weapon. Now I'm not doing as well. Fuck. Okay, now this will hit. Then for my spiritual weapon, I hit that 15 plus 7, so 22. And then spiritual weapon 4. I did not do too well that round. Only he takes 4 hit points of damage.
Okay.
That's it. That's
So he's looking
annoying!
damaged. He's looking pretty damaged. He's angry. His blood's up. He says,
What's this, Alexius? I didn't wait centuries to fight you for this.
he starts to grip his mace tighter.
After he says that, I want to go. Centuries. I'm almost flattered that you've been waiting this long to get absolutely destroyed in combat.
He's gonna and he's going to take a strike at you. The mace glows red hot with heat and magic. And he's gonna hit. He swings in a low arc underneath. It tears chunks out of the rock. And there's a hissing and whine of hot metal as it makes contact with the cold stone. It hits you squarely in the chest, and you get knocked back a good 30 feet and start flying, hurtling toward one of the houses that are below you in the apartment buildings. Let's see how much damage you take. You take 38 points of damage.
Okay.
So you aren't falling completely yet, but you are falling a decent bit. I
can react to that my next, right?
Yeah, totally. So the obelisk below thrums a little bit, but no civilians died this turn. So you guys have saved everyone as of right now, as annoyingly. So no arcs of energy fly out and attack you. The rocks still rise. One of the cultists goes, "Oh Lord, Mantus, we need help, please." And he goes,
I despise weakness.
and he throws his mace down and squashes the last cultist that is hovering in the rocks. And as that happens, you feel the rocks shake and falter, and they start to slowly break apart and descend. So you're all about to fall 40 feet and take a decent amount of damage. The smaller demons are going to attack Atham. I don't know if they're really going to do much, though, because they're pretty weak. Alright. What is your AC again, Atham?
16.
16. Okay, 3 are going to hit you.
Alright, what's the damage?
Let's see here. You are going to take 22 damage.
Cool.
Alright.
My turn?
It is going to be, yes, the big demon is going to start flying. The other ones are going to start falling with the rocks. And and it is going to be your turn now. You have about like a few seconds before everything starts going to shit.
I'm going to, what does it take to drink a potion?
We have said a bonus action since you don't have a dedicated healer in the party, although maybe I should reverse that considering you have Cyril now, but we'll leave it. It's fine. Bonus action.
Alright, bonus action. Chugging Potion of Giant Strength. And then I'm going to jump up at the demon.
Okay, alright, yeah, fine. Give me an athletics roll and we'll work it out. I think it's decently close now. Like 10-15 feet.
Athletics, huh? That's 21 strength, so 26.
Alright, that makes it.
Sweet. And I'm gonna strike at the soul.
I'm gonna say real quick that we talked about this a long time ago. You might have forgotten, but you can't true kill greater demon. You need to remember. I told you need to spend a soul shard to actually permanently kill upper demons.
Fine, I'll just fucking hurt it then. 25.
I did tell you that a long time ago. I know I did.
25.
Alright, yes, 25 does hit.
65 damage.
Alright, this guy's looking pretty fucked up. Yes. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yes. If it is the changed one's plaything.
And as he says that, you stab him. What does that look like?
It's coming at him like a flaming comet, and just gonna stab right into his chest with a sword and just sort of hang there.
Oh,
I'm not interested in your games, demon. Get out of my universe.
She'll be ours soon enough.
Fight me.
Firstborn.
And that's gonna be your turn. It's gonna be Torgold's turn again.
God damn it.
He's gonna see the writing on the wall, see everybody dead around him, and he's gonna say, "You fight like a coward again. Traps and potions, magic, just like back when you defended your tribe from
Are
Mars."
you still here? Go, leave! Leave! There are so many other things happening right now. Why are you still hung up on a fight from over a decade ago? Just go away!
I made us. Okay, that's making me laugh a little bit. I will burn everything you hold dear. I have been in this grudge for over a decade.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
What for the fucking decades and centuries? I've been here for millennia.
It does not involve you, Golden Man. And he's
I'm
gonna be like,
feeling pretty involved.
If I'm hearing this too, I'm gonna be like, can you just shut up?
and he's gonna be like, I will be back to burn your school later, and he's gonna run away.
Oh my god. He is going to come back for my school later. Fucker.
Well, I think it's not right now while we're dealing with things of actual importance.
Well, it's important to Jens, I think. Maybe not. I don't think he...
like other things are happening, and this guy is just being kind of a dick to Jens. Like,
domestic terrorist counts slightly below demonic horrors.
Yes. That is then going to be... So he's out of the fight now, unless Jens wants to chase after him, we'll see. That's going to be Eb. Eb, do you want to do anything? You could hold an action, because Jens is flying, so maybe you could wait for him if you'd like, or you could figure out...
Jens will have a nice thing for everyone. Actually, I could do it right now, because it is a reaction. John, am I within 60 feet of everyone?
Yeah, you're pretty close to most people. I think, except for maybe Zin.
I can fly though, so I'm chilling.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, then I'll give a feather fall to Eb and Aiden, because that is a reaction, and I can burn spell slot for that. So. There you go.
Damn.
Eb
starts falling slowly. Then, there are still small demons about,
but they're not.
There's one small demon that is kindly on the wall, containing the bee god with a harpoon in it. That you were falling toward him.
Would it be possible to not fall slowly yet?
You can fall up to 60 feet per round.
Yeah, you can. You can go as you just tell me how far in those 60 feet you want to fall and do your action, and then we can do rolls.
I would like to fall directly into that guy below me. Like, I want to do the torpedo thing with my arm, so it gets faster, and I'm just holding my sword out in front of me. And I'm going to fall directly into the demon, like latch onto it while I stab it.
Yes, you can do that. Give me an attack roll.
Heck yeah.
I really like the idea of Eb just falling with the knife out onto the head.
Yeah.
He's like spinning like a drill or something.
Just like, look.
Ooh, I kind of like the idea of spinning. I just feel like Eb would right down, land feet on the chest and then stab. And I got a 19 to hit.
I love this for her.
Does 19 hit?
19 does it.
Alright, what happened? So, 11 damage.
All right. How do you kill him?
Oh, heck yeah. It's the simple, like, falling like a bullet into him, stab, and then extends her arms like Batman does, so she parachutes up slowly, and that's how the feather fall takes effect. Like a flying squirrel opens their arms, and they just go, and the current of air, well, the body just falls.
Do you have Featherfall?
Yeah, didn't
Whatever
Jens cast
Jens
it on
put
me?
her.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
It's-
casting it again, or he'll cast it again when it's his turn?
What do you mean?
No, he did it as a
It's a
reaction.
Oh, as a reaction.
Yeah. I can cast it whenever I want. Thank you very much.
So
Oh, I was about to say no one sends Jens into the corner, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah. It's,
I send whoever I want to the fucking corner. You get kids better behavior. You're going there. Now, anyway, the bee god says, "Oh my, oh god, where was he going with that one? My servant, you saved me from annihilation. This is truly cause for a celebration."
Ooh, that's a good rhyme. Someone write that into the quotes.
Yeah, that was really good. That was, like, so good. But in serious ness be, I am here to... Fuck, it's 6 syllables. I am here...
It's okay. You can just extend one of the syllables out. We won't tell anyone.
to serve thee. I thought it would be cool if they rhymed, and I couldn't get it there in time.
That is the greatest prayer anyone has ever given me.
Oh my god!
But the tears in my eyes make it hard to see. Although I have, well, actually, wait, how many? The
Those
eyes are
bees have like
weird.
a ton of eyes.
They have
Well, bees have like 2 eyes, but
have
they're like
two
like-
eyes, and then they have 3 ocelli, which are symbolized on their forehead that just detect light changes.
Yeah,
Hey,
these are cool.
you're right, but you don't need to say it so loud.
Be it close up on dark backgrounds.
So that's gonna be then. That's Jens. That's your turn. So the rocks are breaking apart. Cyril and the civilians are falling as well. The cultist is dead. He was killed by the other guy's mace. It is going to be then. You don't care about Torgold
Nope, yeah.
running away, so that's fine.
Later.
And yeah, what do you want to do? So you could save the cultist. You could try and kill the demon with Atham.
I
you
don't
can
care
save
about
Atham.
this.
What about the people? Are they gonna be fine falling? Or
They'll die if you don't do something. Or maybe
How many
you know,
people are falling? Because I can give Featherfall up to 5, so...
You've already given. Okay. You can give Featherfall to 4
3
more people plus. Is
I
it
give
5?
3 people. Well, does Atham need Featherfall?
I'm latched onto a demon at the moment.
Nah,
I'll be
you know what?
fine.
He's fine. Okay, 1 for Ebb and then 4 for civilians. How many other civilians aren't
Cyril!
Featherfalled? Oh, so yeah, 1 for Cyril. Yeah, okay, 3 for
There
Cyril.
are.
Cyril probably has Featherfall as well, honestly.
There's
Yeah, wouldn't he?
7. There's 7
he
7
might.
civilians right now on the rock.
Okay, I'm gonna go and grab 2 of them and fly them down to the surface. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start flying civilians off the rocks.
All right. Give
And
me.
I push the ones that are Featherfalled off. Because hurry the fuck up.
Because you really want to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you give Featherfall to Ebb, and then 4 of the
3
civilians.
civilians, and I also do Cyril because
Okay. Cyril's gonna say, no, please give it to one of the civilians. They need it more.
all right, okay. I don't
Right.
have any context for who you are or your relationship with the party.
Relax.
I'm gonna go do that. And then I go and I give it to a 4th civilian because I do not know better.
That's fine. give me a real quick athletics check to see if you can get 2 people. I'll let you see you automatically get 1 off since you're a strong person.
And I rolled a 12.
I'm going to say that you can only take 1 off. Then.
Okay.
So you have 4 of the 7 civilians plus 1. So there's 2 in Cyril that are on the rock. Cyril might be able to do something. That'll be your turn. Actually, yeah. So as the rocks are falling apart, Cyril's going to try something. He's going to create a large cube of water underneath that everybody starts falling into. A bunch of rocks and stuff crumble in. He's like, oh, God, I hope this works. And they start falling in, and we'll leave their fate undetermined for now. Zin, you are hurtling away from the demon who just kind of punted you, or smashed you, I guess, whatever you want to say. You are falling, but you're about 10, 15 feet away. What would you like to do?
Oh, I mean, I can fly. I'm gonna sprout my silly wing.
So you're going into what is the mode called again? You're doing Azamar's.
Radiant Soul.
Okay, so you're radiant souling. You sprout your wings. I think you have a fly speed of at least 15, so you're probably going to be able to make it over to the demon. If you'd like to attack him again, he's got Atham in his grip. Actually, at the end of Cyril's turn, he's going to grab Atham real quick, and he's going to open his barbed, chitinous mouth, and he's going to unleash a torrent of flame.
Wait, what?
He's taking legendary action.
Reaction. I'm gonna use thing that makes me resistant to fire.
All right. Then
Adaptive body. Yeah, energy adaptive or adaptive shield.
And he uses that, and he kind of fire screams in your face. You would have taken 46 points of damage, but you take just what is that? 23.
Nice.
All right, and then that's going to be your turn then.
You need
Okay.
your, you need
Radiant
your friends
Soul.
to do your fighting for you, Lixius. Is that what you need?
Word.
Bro, what? I can't even hear him.
I said, God, hold on.
You need your friends to do your fighting for you, Lexius.
Oh no!
Thank you. Yes.
Hunting. Is Cyril going to be okay?
You wouldn't be able to get to him regardless. You can't really. You're too far away. It's more than 30 feet.
Oh,
You can
man.
dash.
Could dash, but you wouldn't be able to do anything once you got there.
That's true. Fuck! Fine. Making everything harder. Okay,
Not my job.
well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna really hope that he's okay. Oh, wait. Okay.
I mean, don't stress about it too much. I got this. I got him right where I want him. Because I have to be crushed by a giant fucking demon.
I got.
Okay, alright. I'm trying to see how I can help Atham with this thing. I'm trying to see what I can do.
I'm still holding onto the sword that's lodged in his chest, right?
Yeah, you're
So
like,
you
yeah.
All right, sweet.
Even if he lets go, you're not. I won't say that like he broke your grip.
Sweet. Okay, awesome. Because I do have giant strength at the moment.
I'm gonna need an action here.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I'm flying now. I can.
He looks
you know
really
what I'm
close
gonna
to
do?
death, if you remember.
Come on, let's suplex him into the ground.
See, I want to do that really badly, but I can
Then do
cast.
it!
Fine, I'll be useful for the party for once as a group thing.
Yeah, don't for gore for once, please.
I'm gonna cast Aura Vitality.
Okay.
And so that will. It says healing energy radiates from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including you, to gain 2d6 hit.
Nice.
Does it on the first cast heal everyone, or just...
Yes.
The
cast
first
is
time they
above
enter
that,
the
yeah.
aura, even if it's cast around them, I believe is how it's usually treated. So we can do that. I
Okay,
would say,
so
you know,
I'm
this
casting Aura
guy is on
Vitality.
death's door right now in terms of like he's starting to fade a little in and out of reality.
Who, Atham?
No, the
No.
demon.
The
No,
demon.
I've hit this guy with a fucking uppercut with my sword. He's almost dead.
Oh, he's almost dead?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He's got
I
a
guess I
giant
wasted-
flaming sword stuck in his chest.
That's true.
I mean, Zin also did, you know, a huge amount of damage earlier. So it's you know, you've done a lot of damage to him in 2 turns.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
He'll
can
die
I do
next-
some? Did I end up doing Aura of Vitality? Can I take that back?
You can take it back.
Okay, then instead, I'm gonna do. Oh, that's an action. Fuck, because I would do Crusader's Mantle, but I might just hit him.
I would just hit him, yeah.
I would just hit him. Okay. Ooh. That is a 22 to hit. And I'm gonna hit. This time I'm gonna hit him with the. I like rolling the chain sometimes. I'm gonna roll the chain. So the first hit does 17 damage.
I'm gonna save you some time here. How do you want to finish it?
Yes. I want to say good words. Be like, you try to mock me while you're you saw the quote. You try to mock me while you're about to perish. It's almost laughable. And I strike down with the chain finally, and I just cut through it, and I go, see you maybe I'll see you again in another
never.
century. You foul fiend.
I was only here partially.
It says as it starts to fade. Bits and pieces of magic flow from it as its flesh dissolves into pure energy.
You've broken everything, and now there will be nothing protecting you or all that you love. I'll see you very soon, both of you.
Shut up, demon!
As its head is cut off, it still talks and smiles at you as it disappears. And it slowly burns out, but it doesn't seem to be bothered by it. And you can tell that it was saying that it wasn't fully its full power yet.
Yeah, I got the gist of it.
Yeah, whatever. It got fucking wrecked. Like he's just coping. like this was not. I feel like Zin has had harder fights, and this is like he's like, okay, oh, you're so cool. Like,
You just hear the laughter of the demons in the background of all of them laughing as they disappear. And they just and you see that there are a decent amount of civilians dead around you, and just chaos on the streets as rocks have fallen and the streets have been cracked and withered. And yeah, I mean, you can tell that this was partly a game to them.
yeah. So I guess Atham was grappling onto the demon. Now that the demon's gone,
Yeah, he starts falling.
okay, I'm right there with Atham, so I'll just like pick him up.
Thanks.
Are we doing fireman carry, bridal carry? What's the situation here?
I don't
We're
know how
carrying
to
weapons
carry
with
my
one
dad.
hand.
I feel like
We're both
sack of
carrying
potatoes,
weapons.
just
one
like
hand.
over the shoulder.
Yeah.
All right, that works.
Are you winning, son? Yeah, no, I guess I have Atham. I guess we could go to the ground now. I think are all the bad.
All of the bad stuff is dissipated, and you can see that the priests have started yelling, "The sealing is done! It must have banished. It helped banish the demon." And the ritual completes with the aura kind of finishing as it's locked in again, and the seal glows bright with power. And you can hear there are cheers from many of the crowd, but there's also some wailing and crying as the injured lay in the streets, as you can tell that even this minor incursion has caused a lot of destruction and injury and death. Over the rocks in the water that were held up by Cyril's magic dissipate. I won't be cheap and have you like look through the rubble for his body or whatever. He's fine. He's all good. He's there checking on civilians, making sure everyone's okay. It's like, are you all right? Are you all right? And he runs over to see if he's like, are you guys okay? What? Is anybody hurt?
I am. I'm bleeding profusely. I was stabbed by a lunatic.
Oh yeah, wait, I was stabbed too, pretty badly.
Yeah, you were. You got.
I got like stabbed through my chest or some shit.
Well, no.
Eb is checking where the bee got pulled out of her, but it looks fine.
He hit
Didn't
his
take,
giant
like,
mace
50
thing like
damage
into
or
my
something,
chest.
like-
His
So, like-
mace hit you like really hard, like it would have concaved your armor had it not been for like the holy stuff. But it wasn't a stab. It was just a bashing. You probably
Yeah,
got
it was
some
a
broken
bashing.
bones. You got like a couple broken ribs, maybe. Oh.
Mhm.
Did
I'm
you
fine.
just do that?
Yeah, it's just 2 pictures.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh yes. Okay. All right.
That's what I said. The demon is just coping. It's like, oh, I'll get you later. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You got wrecked. Nerd.
All right.
All right. Anyways,
So Zin's like, all right, let's all get healed. He's like, Zin, are you all right?
I gotta talk about. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm like
Coughs up
not
a
too
little
bad. I
blood.
just kind of forgot that my ribs were broken for a second. I'm good. I'm good.
Zin!
I'm good.
Oh my God! Are all my angels? He's gonna start healing you. Eb, you and the bee god are floating down. And
I would like to imagine the bee god is flapping its teeny tiny wings, and I'm holding on below it, so it's kind of helping, like, it's kind of helping make the descent a little softer, even though I have feather fall. Like, I probably don't need to be doing this, but
it has
Eb
it's
is
on its
slowly
massive
floating
body. It's got
down.
on its massive body. It's got like a bunch of, or it's got just 2 tiny wings that are very underproportioned for its body. That's flapping very
Yeah.
hard to keep it in check.
It's the teeny hummingbird motion, but it's like a fat, round, fluffy bee. I'm imagining carpenter bee-esque, where it's just like really
Mhm.
fluffy, but it's
Yep.
got teeny tiny wings.
Aww.
And so it sets you down, and it says, "I must thank you for your service. That would have been very worst est. Oh God, I wasn't prepared. They took me out when I wasn't ready, man. I write poems before usually.
Is this what passes for divinity nowadays?
Shut up, Golden
Hey,
One.
hey! Please. Bee god, I'm
That's a
so
good.
glad that
Oh.
you didn't get eaten by the obelisk, lighthouse, etc. But do you need to go back in my stomach? What were you doing in there? Are you normally there?
He's gonna say,
Is that why it always hurts after I eat dairy?
No, you have a mild lactose intolerance. You should really stop eating ice cream before bed.
Eb is literally eating ice cream as the bee god says this. What?
Never mind. That's let's talk over there privately so we can. something private.
So we can speak. I can.
Irately.
Oh,
irate. That's a good one. Thank you, Scholar Man. Yeah, he
You're
goes
welcome.
takes
That's
over.
what I do.
Jens and Atham, how are you guys feeling while they'll go over to have their conversation?
Do you
I
guys
could
need
track down
healing? I can
Torgol
help.
for you, right?
Now that Jens has calmed down and is not flying people around, he's gonna really take stock of that wound that took about a third of his health away, and start coughing up blood.
I can help.
Hmm.
I feel like I should help. I have 50 lay on hands. I can just
You
heal.
have 50 lay on hand. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I just
Wow.
didn't have the chance to use it. I can heal myself, so Cyril can heal them, but I think he already healed.
You got to do like a nurse moment, like a romantic nurse moment.
oh yeah. The wounded
like
soldier
every
bit.
single time.
Yeah, wounded soldier bit. That's what that's
Like
what,
the
that's
whole
what he
thing
was.
is like he's like Zin is like I could heal myself, but like
No,
why do I
take
not-
off your shirt. I need to check for wounds.
No. He's like, why do I not want to tell Cyril that I could heal myself? Like, why is it that I like don't want to end the physical contact here? He's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
confused about it.
You guys
And
are like,
Cyril
oh,
is
I'm
there,
so
like-
hurt, and I'm like, oh no. Zin's like, oh no, I'm also so hurt. Oh no.
Cyril is there, like
While
I
this
am
is happening,
feeling 6
is-
inches of his stomach. This is amazing.
Jens is like sitting down and he's sort of resting on a base, very coughing up blood very loudly. It's like,
How close are you to me? Just like, come here.
I'm sorry.
This-
All I can imagine is Zin lounging like an emperor while Cyril frets over his side, and he's laying there in his chaise, and he's like, "Come, I'll heal you." Like that's all I can imagine happening.
Jens is
Yeah,
not
no, that's
confused.
exactly what's happening.
Jens looks at this and just heals himself with a cure wounds spell.
Oh, he has cure. Oh, he's fine.
Atham, did you want to say anything to the end?
I'm gonna go walk over to the clerics that are doing the sealing ceremony.
Lear pulls his
Jens
sickle out of
is going to also follow, but stay close enough to listen, but far enough away to not be involved.
Okay, fair enough. She doesn't want to do any of the work. I understand how it is. Classic academic. The priests seem to be doing all right. A little shaken. Lear was protecting them for the duration of that battle. He pulls his sickle out of the ground that was had previously been biting into a demon that was there that had dissipated, and he starts walking over to Zin and Cyril. And then, is there something you wanted to do with the sealers, or talk to them at all? Or
I want to sort of examine the what's sealing taking place on again. It's like a
it's different. It's different per seal depending on what area and what you're in. In Tempolon and in Xanter here, it's a seal on the ground, like a literal it was also similar to that in Antania, but for this one it is kind of like a weird gazebo-esque, but instead of being up above stuff, the area is a little bit sunken in because the city's been developing above it. So it's this weird kind of gothic, slightly raised, slightly sunken seal on the ground with a little stone gazebo thing on.
I'm just gonna do a quick once over of the whole thing just to see if there's any of we don't really have a name for them. Waldo magic.
Give me.
Are you saying you're doing a once over because you want to know where's Waldo?
Perhaps I do.
Where's
that? Yeah, I feel like that was warranted.
It's fine. I didn't want to be a part of this anyway, guys. It's fine.
this is
to purge everyone?
What did I do? What did I do to deserve
You
that?
encouraged her.
I didn't know.
gone.
I agreed with that disciplining. That joke deserved the quarter.
You just don't understand humor.
So give me a perception check, Atham.
Crit plus something.
That's fine.
27.
The seal is perfectly healthy. It is there's no damage to it at all, and in fact, it's from what you can tell, the priests did their job admirably.
Um, at this point, Jens is gonna walk over. Is there anything wooden around, Sean?
I mean, there's a few scraps of wood from debris and stuff like that. I will also mention for your 20, Atham, you do notice that there does seem to be some kind of weird energy coming from the lighthouse, but it seems to dissipate now that the action is dying down.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head there next.
And then Jens, what were you asking? So there's a bunch of debris around. The seal and like the facilities around the seal are mainly like there's a wrought iron fence kind of around the entire thing, but that was made separately. Anything that's with the actual structure of the seal itself is like
I just need some wood, like if there's like a shard of wood, I'll go pick it up.
Sure.
And using my cool magic skills, I'm going to imbue it with artificial mind and make it sentient. It's going to have proficiency in Arcana and history. And yeah, so now you get to play a shard of wood, Sean. Hello.
Dang.
You can name this shard of wood, and we're gonna now have a telepathic conversation.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, my friend. What's your name?
Elmer.
Elmer. It's so nice to meet you. Were you an elm before you were? Were you an elm tree originally before you were turned into a furniture?
I don't like to talk about the before
Oh,
times.
yeah, I'm sorry. That's
okay.
That's impolite of me. I apologize.
It's okay. I'm your friend.
Yeah, you're my friend, Albert.
You're
Albert,
also my creator and my dad, I guess. What is my purpose?
exactly. I was gonna ask for some help. Take a look around. We've just had shall we say, a very spontaneous appearance of a demon, and his friends, and a very angry pillar. And this is supposed to be a very sealed place. And I was hoping I could inquire about your insight as to what's happened here.
Sure, but if I tell you, you're going to keep me alive, right?
Yeah, I'll keep you alive.
You won't rip sentience away as soon as I fulfill my purpose, will you?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we could even get you bring you to a carpenter and give you a facelift if you like.
Yay! Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you want to roll our? Okay, sorry.
Is the Elmer talking out loud?
No,
this is in my head. This is telepathic.
You just see
Never
Jens
mind.
intently staring at a piece of wood.
I was gonna say Eb gets really intrigued by another piece of talking objects, but she can't tell it's talking, so it's fine.
You could have him use this on the rug if you want, maybe, and then they'll actually be able to talk. But
I kind of like that the rug only speaks to Atham.
But yes, roll me Arcana for the piece of wood.
Beauty.
Wood moment.
That's a 26.
Would that I could.
Yeah, it's a 26 of my Arcana check shot. So
okay, so
the wood.
Would you see how much wood a woodchuck could chuck?
Elmer says, "Well, you see, I think that the seals were made by an ancient power that had a very specific purpose, and it seems like it just didn't want to stop it this time.
It just didn't want to? You mean it just
Yeah.
gave up and took the day off?
Well, I mean, it all started when your friend used his angel powers, right? I saw that.
Oh. Oh no. All right. Well, Elber, thank you very much. I'm just going to put you in my pocket. Let me know if it's uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
Atham.
What is it?
Atham, we have a problem.
Yes. Well, here, come with me. We'll walk. I'm going to point up to the lighthouse. I want to find out what was going on up there.
I was speaking with some wood, and I think, in fact, I am certain now that the church is upending the delicate balance between order and chaos, and I believe your paladin friend might be the cause of it.
I would place more blame on Lixius myself, but we can debate the specifics of that later. For now, I want to figure out what they were going to throw the bee god into at the top of that tower.
I didn't get much insight on that. I can ask.
Indeed.
Hey, Elmer. Elmer.
That's a good point, actually.
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
What the fuck is that sound?
you can't hear shit.
I'm psychic. I can.
Oh shit! Yeah, you can. Oh, this is Elmer. He's my piece of wood.
Okay. All right. Understood.
Elmer, did you perhaps know what's going on at the top of that tower? Is the tower still around, Sean? Is it?
Oh
Or is
well,
it off?
so there were two different. There was an obelisk, like a mini obelisk that's like only like 20 feet high. That was the black stone that was casting the spells. Then there's a lighthouse, which is or lighthouse, quote unquote. It's the nickname that the locals gave it. That it's this ancient, weird kind of big structure that juts out of the New Xanter landscape that looks like it's partially made, but also kind of it has unnatural and like techniques that are too advanced to have been done thousands of years ago. And at the top, there are a bunch of openings that seem to change and do things at random. So you can go up there, but for all you know, you might not be able to get in. The lighthouse is famously hard to get into.
And that was where the bee was getting pulled. The bee god was getting pulled, right?
The bee god was getting pulled to the top of the lighthouse where there's no bottom entrance, but there is a entrance at the top. There's like 4 different openings that you can go into.
Okay, well, I'm gonna Elmer, what do you know about that lighthouse, or why?
Don't go there.
What?
Just don't go there.
Why not? Why
That's
not?
not very helpful, Elmer.
Hey, you can go up there if you want. Do it, pussy.
What?
Elmer.
Look, I'm
Elmer.
just trying to be helpful. I didn't come here to get yelled at about and critiqued. I just got sent in like 2 seconds ago.
Okay, better question. Why shouldn't we go up there? You seem very keen on that.
Well, pretty much everybody in the natural world can feel that it's out of sync. It's bad. If you go up there, something bad will happen to you, probably.
Well, okay, Elmer, I really
The
appreciate
others own that.
the others.
Brother.
All right, well,
Hopefully not literally this time.
thank you, Elmer. I'm gonna put Elmer away. I think we're almost certainly going to have to take a look at that lighthouse.
Yeah, but not right now, I think.
Yes.
I mean,
Alright,
listen, if you want to do an insight roll, I can talk to you more directly if you would like.
I'll do an
but real
insight.
quick, give me an insight roll. But I want to go back to Ebb and the Bee God real quick. I will get to you in a second. This was your big fight, Zin. You can wait.
No,
a
it's
second.
okay. I don't care. I'm listening to this in excitement.
The Bee God is going to take you aside, Ebb, and he's going to say, I have been trying to protect your soul, but sometimes that takes a very high toll on both of us.
Oh no.
No, I don't. No, I'm not trying to say you're a burden. It's just that there are things that
Be a burden.
that yes, that are. Thank you, white guy, and I mean that by the color of your hair.
Well, I mean,
Is the bee god racist? Did I sell my soul to a racist god?
Hey, no, please.
white
don't do this.
guy. White guys are right. They can be bullied.
Listen, I see like 6 extra colors than the normal person. All right, that's not fair.
6 times the racism.
Somebody put that in the quote of the day, please, Cameron.
Someone put
Instead
that
of
there.
Cameron specifically.
I'm channeling Bee God.
No.
Redacted.
6 times the race. Oh shit! I said your full name. I'm sorry.
You can bleep this out.
I'm editing. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll let you edit that one out. Okay. Here we'll pick up here. The Bee God. The Bee God says no. A, I'm not racist, and B.
B.
B. I am trying to let you know that as a gift to my friend Morcella, I was trying to protect your soul from those who might try and take it. And I'm not talking as much as I know the golden guy doesn't like me. Was trying to help you from others. I swear I'm an honest bee.
So, Marcella sent you?
I mean, kind of, yes. But they're a hive mind. They don't really do specific thoughts like that. They do their best.
That sounds like Marcella.
It's more
That's-
interpretation on my part.
Well, thank you for watching over my soul then.
But listen, you must understand. The universe, it plays to one band, but there is a third member that covets your soul. You must
And
stay.
it's the Black Hand!
Well,
Oh no.
maybe yes, but also just your soul. They covet your soul. You must stay away from anything droll. Well, God, everyone's a critic. He sees Jens and Atham. This is supposed to be a private conversation, by the way.
What? I'm not saying anything.
Everybody's a critic.
I've not said anything in character.
The bee feels very judged right now.
I have a master's in poetry. I'm allowed to judge.
You guys just stacking up masters that you just randomly invent for your backstory. You
I
guys
have a master's in combat, bitch.
all right. Well,
I've eaten
Ev
several
doesn't know how to
poetry
read.
majors.
but you and your friends, you and your friends are all of your souls are coveted.
Oh, that does not sound good.
Hmm.
By who? By what? Why?
Each of your souls has a special power. But the forces that want them are very dour. In terms of who, it's hard to explain. But should you make any deals, your soul they will maim.
Bars.
Straight
I wish I
fire,
could
bro.
Thank you, bro. He fist bumps you.
I fist bump the bee back.
Your hand is completely covered in pollen now. Like it looks like you ate like 50 million Cheetos.
Is it also still covered in honey from earlier?
Yes.
Sticky hand.
He's like, no,
Ev-
go
Ev-
ahead. No, go. You don't
Ev
have
licks it a
to.
little bit.
You don't have to hide. That's good for your allergies, man.
Allergies? What? Hutch sneezes 7 times in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, you
Amen.
must seek out Rhodia, the gods of Rhodia. They will be a boon to you.
And those will help save the souls if me and my friends all goes.
Yes. I've spoken enough. I must return before your soul is left too unguarded, especially near the lighthouse. And he's like, okay, how am I gonna do it? He's like tries to he's like looking at your stomach. He's like, okay, like he's like kind of zooming in and out, like trying to all right, how am I gonna come on to the
Do
side?
I need to like eat you or do you just straight
No, he's like, I got it, and he like stabs you with his stinger, but like it doesn't hurt. And he's like, all right, and just give it a second. It's like he slowly starts like absorbing back in. He's like, don't worry, it's good, we're all good. No, don't look. He looks over at Al. He's like, don't look over here. I'm not hurting her.
Sean, how far have you gotten into Nadbod?
I was still at the fight where they're in the forest and they're killing what's his name's like dark elf enemy.
Oh no, you haven't. There's the best part when they get to the belly chain. Oh, this is exactly what this is reminding me of. Is the belly chain?
I'll start listening to it again. We'll go back to Zin and Cyril now after they get reabsorbed.
Pendergast, that's his name.
Oh God. Zin and Cyril, Leah's gonna come over to you. He's like, we've protected them enough. We've succeeded today. Be proud of them.
Yeah.
He shakes his head though. He's like, such a demon has not been seen in many years. We might have to consult the archives later.
For some reason, he was calling to me, or it felt like.
He's gonna look a little cross or not cross, but concerned, which looks very angry for Lear. He's gonna say, Cyril, could you leave us for a second? Cyril looks over at Sin and he's like, okay, I understand. And he walks over, he's like, I'll attend to the civilian. Lear's going to say is that in many times throughout history, there have been foes that remember Azamars and they think they will latch on to a certain Azamar and they will repeatedly haunt them. Ever since the excision, for example, when Aloric first banished many of them, they've declared war on the church and its foundings. So sometimes as an Azamar, you'll come across demons that have some memory of you that is false. There's never been any other Azamars like we, so it's obviously some kind of demon trickery. So I wouldn't pay it much attention. But some demons fixate on certain Azamars.
All right. Who
Did he say
Lear,
anything?
do you remember the Asimars before me?
No. What did he say to you?
No, some name that just felt
Name? What name did he say?
Lixius?
You've bested your first great threat in combat. You should be proud of yourself. You've earned some extra stripes. And we'll see about getting you your own shield. I think it's time for your promotion.
That's great, but does the name not? Well, you said they latch on to different Asimars, maybe.
We can consult the records. Maybe there's a record of such a name in the past.
Yeah. Just felt weirdly personal.
It's always it's our personal crusade, so it's always personal whenever we fight demons. They always make it personal. And he's going to also take you by the shoulder and kind of walk you a little bit. He's going to say, which is something else I should say about him. He, nods to Cyril. He's like, now that you're at this stage of your paladin career, you should know that anyone close to you might be targeted for demons. He might be safer if you distance yourself from Cyril a bit.
Oh. Well, yes, but we already feel like the distance in the past. If anything, I think he'll be fine. Yeah.
He's going to nod. He's like, well, either way, we've had a long day. We should rest up as soon as it's dealt with here. We'll go back to Jens and Atham real quick. Is there anything? You can investigate. I'm not.
I want to do that insight roll that I.
Yeah, we got the insight rolls to do.
That I was promised. I rolled a 10.
I rolled a little better than that. Crazily though. 18.
Okay, so for Jens, you know that the lighthouse is something that has always been an oddity in New Xanter. It is a common, scholastic interest, folklore, plenty of different things that is is kind of a legend among even of every echelon of society within Tempolon. It is not an easy thing to investigate, though, and it has a history of doing things at weird times and activating activations or some kind happen every so often. But as far as the best scholars of the best universities and minds across all of the nations of the world have never really been able to get any sort of answers out of it. There's been some theories as to what it was, but at the moment it just is considered a relic of the empty era.
Right.
Atham, you can probably tell that it does something. You know some of that as well, what I just said to Jens, but you would probably be able to tell that there's some sort of odd influence from Waldo's faction, but you don't know if it's owned by it or not, is all I'll say. It seems to have a large amount of power, and it seems to also be able to move or open things to just kind of allow different things to go on. Like it seems to be able to bypass a lot of the restrictions in Tiercy's world. Oddly enough, that shouldn't be possible.
Hmm.
There's a famous legend of a child scaling the tower and apparently appearing all the way across the world in Rhodia, but it was very hard to collaborate given that Rhodia is such a non-record keeping country, and it was kind of an orphan that just did it for funsies. A very talented orphan. Supposedly became a warlord over in Rhodia, but it's an urban legend more. If you want to go up there, you guys, I guess you still have a thing to cast fly on yourself.
Yeah, I still have a couple spells that I could. Or I've got 2 third-level spells, so I can. I mean, has it been 10 minutes since the fight started? I've still got.
No, I mean you could still fly if you
I can
would
still
like.
fly. Do you want to fly over and take a look?
Let's do it, but let's not get too close.
Okay, let's. Can Atham? Can you fly or?
No.
Okay, then I'll cast fly on Atham.
All right, you guys zip up to the top. At the lighthouse, it's kind of this smooth obelisk at the bottom that's twisting at the start, but then it kind of evens out, and it's definitely not done in a like symmetrical, like 90-degree angle, like perfect man-made, but there's smoothness that is unnatural in nature. And at the top, you can see that there was a large rectangular opening that is now dark, and it is starting to slowly close, like the stone is growing from itself out of nowhere to close itself. At the back, though, you can see that in the dark there is a spiral with a great eye at the center of it, with another spiral within the eye.
What the hell is that?
Yeah. All right. Is it closing?
It's closing, yes. And the symbol is slowly starting to fade.
Mm.
It seems they wanted the bee god for something, and it didn't seem to be the faction. It didn't seem to be the same thing. It seemed to be kind of a side objective, from what you could tell, but who knows what they meant to do with it.
Mm.
Sacrificing
Well,
a god.
they shouldn't be working together. That's annoying.
What could be a sacrifice for a god entail? Who knows?
Mm.
I should have, it'd be funny if instead of Cyril dying to mess with Soph after Max, which admittedly I torture Soph just as much as anyone, if not more than anyone. But after Max torturing her so much with Cyril, it'd be funny if I killed the bee god just instead as drama for Morchel.
Just to spite him.
Yeah, I would never do that.
So wait, does that
What?
mean they were gonna use?
He said it was a sacrifice and it was a god for something, but who knows what that harpoon could have ripped it out of anyone. You all might have had something to lose had that hit you.
Yeah.
We're gonna fast forward a little bit. Everybody's going to, I think, relax unless you had anything pressing. The streets are gonna get cleaned. You guys are exhausted from the fight. People are going to sleep. Unless again, if anyone has anything they want to do, stop me at any point. Atham, you'll get a notification. We're gonna just keep going on a couple days here. Atham, you get a notification that your reincarnation
All right.
Druidic reincarnation is available, and they'll send it to your room. It looks like kind of a dryad of some sort, of wood dryad, growing out of like a large pot at the moment, but you can see that it's already starting to take effect. It'll just need to grow a little bit throughout the days. There's a note that says, keep it close to you. It will feed off of your positive energy as it grows. Keep it away from negative energy if you do not want the spirit to gain a negative attitude, etc., etc. Water once a day, stuff like that.
All right.
Great animosity.
Boy, Adam's immediately going to step away from it as he reaches the negative energy part. All right, I'm going to put
the
out a
hell?
call for a golden order courier, preferably someone with a very sunny disposition.
You're gonna knock at your door.
I got to go open it.
Well, howdy, sir.
Ah, good. Here, I'm going to hold out the pot. You're going to take this to. I'm going to pull out a little note. How familiar are you with coordinates? I can put it in other terms.
Very.
Excellent.
His necessity when being part of the Golden Courier.
Perfect. So take this to this address. Take a nice scenic route. Nothing too stressful.
All right. Well, I'll be on that immediately, sir. And I must say, it is an honor to meet you.
Likewise.
He gives you a little like 2-finger salute and heads off, whistling a nice tune. You guys get a note that is saying that you have been summoned immediately for Gideon has sent one to Atham. Ebb has gotten a note from her aunt who says that she has to head over to the conference as well, and she's taken an earlier boat. And you have been summoned as an Azamar Zind to head off to go to the conference in the Flower Isles. It's happening soon, and it seems that your presence has been requested by multiple parties. This is a world like kind of changing event, and everybody's still very pissed from all the assassination attempts, so pushing a little here or there on the scales might lead people to war or peace, so it is very important. You guys go down to the docks unless somebody else wants to eat. I mean, I guess real quick, Zin, we could go to the archives down in the church. You're gonna get a there's a well, actually, tell you what, I want to see Zin do this, and I mean, if you want to call for help from any of your friends, you can, but I want to see, does Zin go and research stuff?
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Maybe, like, especially because it's very personal now, and it seems like nobody's going to be giving you answers. You can't trust the guys maybe just yet because you don't want to open up to the group, but you also can't trust the church anymore as much because maybe they're secretive, for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I think he is going to go to the Arc because I mean it's been a while since he's actually gone through archives and books. Like he's been and the library. He was like still training. Like he would sit there, read a book. Can actually read sometimes in between practice fighting.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, 20 plus something else. Investigation. Oh, yeah, 20.
All right, yeah, that's good. You don't see any records of the name Lixius in the different archives. You can't find anything that regards to a specific anything specific to the demon, because there's a lot of different descriptions. And Lixius is just completely struck from any of the books, it seems. You find like weird similar spellings, but nothing substantial or has any record more than 1 or 2 lines. You do come across a painting, a kind of like hagiographic, I think is the proper term, like one of those ancient, like medieval books that the priests would do that's like lined in gold and is set in those big tomes
Yeah.
of what looks to be what you believe to be Aloric and fighting with a golden halo behind him, or sorry, a white halo with like it's done silver instead of the normal gold because they were like their shininess. Um,
Mhm.
and you notice that he's fighting something that seems to be the time from the Great Betrayal and the Excision that has kind of dragonfly wings and a horned beetle head, and is carrying a mace and a harpoon-looking kind of spear javelin. Um, and it looks eerily similar to what you just fought. And you can see that through the text and through the representations, through the old words, that it seems to have been something that Oloric fought many times over the Excision, and um, in fact dealt him some serious wounds. And some theorize that this was the beast that gave him his mortal wound when he was finally laid to rest.
Huh. I feel like Zin's gonna be looking at this, and as he's like taking this in, the one thing he says, "Send go."
You hear a knock at your door.
Uh. Yeah.
Hello? Excuse me. I'm looking for those books that you have there. Actually, come to think of it, we're probably here looking for the same thing.
Why?
Well, generally when random demons show up in the middle of town, sort of out of the blue, it does tend to raise a few questions. Wouldn't you say, Paladin?
Guess.
Yeah. It's very interesting, I have to say, because these seals are supposed to prevent exactly this sort of thing. It's interesting that it seems to be that the very location of this seal was such a critical point to the appearance of this demon. Wouldn't you agree?
I guess.
Yes.
Zin's kind of like on edge. He's reading this book. He was originally searching for something that actually was like felt weirdly personal, whatever that means, really. And now here's Jens just kind of poking his nose into this, a lot of church stuff.
I'm
A
going to
little.
share a theory with you. And, well, let me, and please don't be offended. But I think that demon showed up because of you. And not just saying that because of the familiarity it seemed to have, but some sort of magical reaction in a very, of a very specific kind of magic emanating from you caused it to appear. Which leads me to believe that there might be some, shall we say, magical shady business being done by your church.
Zin is listening to this skeptical. He's like, yeah, like he's like nodding, like, okay, sure, like you have no. You're just making claims. Like, why the heck would I ever listen to you? And then he says this about the. Jens has the audacity to say this to Zin about his church. And he's gonna get annoyed. He's gonna get a little pissed off. He's be like, who are you to say any of this? Do you know who you're talking?
I have a pretty good idea as it happens. I'm a historian. I don't say things without having reasoning behind it. It's a funny thing, history. It goes on and on, don't you find?
Reasoning or not, I would think you would know before you say something so heretical to an Asimar about my church.
Well,
Do you know the punishments?
yes, I'm quite familiar. In fact, I could hand you a good book or two on them, but I'm not overly worried about the punishments. I'm more interested in the potential answers to the questions. And that is, what is the church doing with Asimars like you? Don't you think it's a strange monopoly?
Zin's gonna like do the like he's just gonna like breathe out like he's annoyed. He's like, this is just pushing buttons. He doesn't want he's trying to learn how to be civil. And he's trying to stop himself from immediately going into violent. But fuck. He's hearing this and he's just, I have no answer for you.
I couldn't expect you to. You're just one person. I'd invite you to engage with the question, though. You might be able to get answers before any of us certainly can. And, well, given the events of today, answers, I think, are more imperative than ever. And then Jens is going to get up and start walking towards the door. But before he does, he turns and he says, "By the way, that cleric fellow, he's very fast on his feet. You should keep an eye on him. He seems like a keeper, that one." And then walks out.
I thought you were going to say something like that cleric fellow. He's
I thought you were gonna be like, he's a cutie.
He's a bitch.
He's a dime piece. I thought you were going to say something like that. It's really, you know. Is he single or whatever? That would have been funny.
Yeah. Is he seeing anyone?
Jens was genuinely impressed by the water bit, so it was, you know.
All right, so you kind of are left, Jens or Cyril or God, Zin. Jesus Christ, Zin. You're left with this feeling of like, you know, you're defending the church as usual, but I guess like, you know, you've kind of have somebody questioning and you're defending again, but it seems like Zin has his own doubts now, or more just he's going through that phase, I guess, of questioning a bit, but maybe not.
He's curious. He's questioning, but he's not like doubting. You know, it's simply, to him, it's something he doesn't know. And the fact that Jens, and I guess that means other people, are poking their nose into this is making him unsettled and feeling even more defensive of this, whatever this be.
Okay, and yeah, there's a joke in there somewhere about Zin being curious or you're questioning until he met Cyril, and then he knew. Ayo. But then ayo. Then what we're gonna do is, so you guys are all good, and if nobody has any other pressing business, we're gonna start going down to the docks. You're gonna be taking a ship that's been chartered for you. Not specifically for you, but like there's going to be other passengers, but it's like somewhere to go to the Flower Isles on a somewhat like first class-esque thing.
Already? Okay.
Well, I mean, you guys, it's kind of urgent by the letters. Yes, and then Jens. By the way, how do you feel about I already care. Well, maybe I'll ask later. I'll ask that later. Jens, you get a note from Artusi, actually, who asks you to join him on the expeditionary mission to investigate the ruins you found on behalf of Atham. It says that you'd be an invaluable member, and you guys could go on some adventures together.
Yes, archaeology.
Yeah, archaeology and cooking. You guys meet down at the docks. It's a bustling hubbub of different races and people from coming into port, out of port. It is a huge dockyard. New Xanter it's like, the main city for the country, so it has tankers and different sorts of cargo ships coming in and out, cruise liners, little skiffs, fishing boats, even some sort of like science vessels of different kinds. You come across the captain by names of James Hardalon, who is a one of the lion people. I forget their name off the top of my head. He introduces himself. He says, "Hello, I'll be your captain." Not too. I think you mean I think you mean the urge to smite him was strong,
Oh yeah.
or the power it took not to smite him was strong. Anyway, the he introduces like, will there be some few other passengers, but we'll get you there safely, hopefully, and swiftly. You've been commandeered on the coin of different parties for each of your different reservations, and we'll take care of everything for the voyage. It should take about a couple of weeks. With that being said, I just ask that everybody try and not cause any trouble while on my vessel. And we're outfitted for some exploration and defense measures if we should, but we are not a warship, so please try not to pick any fights with any other passing vessels that we might get into contact with. You guys all get on board. You're in your little shelves and stuff, or your little bunks and whatnot. It is a giant ship. It's like a galley. Doesn't have any cannons on it, but it does have some above deck like implements of war, kind of like a weird looking ballista or ballista, however people are supposed to pronounce it. I like ballista. There are different cruise passengers or voyagers, whatever you want to call them, moving in and out. Everybody seems to be keeping to themselves for the most part. It's more of a it seems to be used by like diplomatic and like business people. This isn't like a luxury place to be. So you've got that and a couple poor people who are in the lower decks who are kind of getting smushed in there. It is a bright kind of orange wood on the ship, and it seems to have sailed a lot of vessels. And it is called Balon's Blessing is the ship's name. Yeah, you guys just want to talk with each other, decompress for a second. They're about to shove off. You guys have 3 separate bunks. Jens will say that you're going to take a little skiff out later to meet up with a different ship that's already been at off thing, whatever to call it. It's already set out, and you're going to go meet Artusi. They'll make an exchange later. But you're there right now. And you guys are all getting settled into your bunks. Anything you all want to talk about? Let you guys like just decompress for a second.
Right. Well, listen, friends, I'm going to have to leave you all, but I figured that before I do, I might leave you with some parting gifts. As you know, I travel a lot of places. And I have a lot of artifacts, and I have, well, shall we say, tinkered with some of them, and I hope you will find them useful. You, Atham, I have for you something pretty. Well, I think you'll find it useful. Jens picks up a like a pretty big box from under and plunks it on the ground, and then he pulls out this. This is for you. Enjoy.
Oh.
It is quite helpful. Well, let me put it this way: you'll find you stand a lot easier with this. And Sean, do you want me to send in the stats?
Sure, yeah.
Can you grab it for the? I mean, I guess.
Highly.
It's not your big armor, just so you know. It's not like
I can tell the size.
There you go. Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna look at I'm gonna take a look at Zin, and for you, Paladin, I have this. And I don't well, I'll leave you with the proverb of my people, but it said that a wise man is surprised by none but the gods, and I think you'll find that with this, it is quite so as well. And I'll send you I will send you the thing in a second here. Sorry.
Interesting.
Yes, this is.
Is it? It's like a helmet.
It's a helmet. Yes, and
my hair, my gorgeous hair.
And I don't worry. I specifically asked Sean, and he had nothing to say to you about that. So there you go.
No, I actually thought the same thing. I thought that she's not gonna like that it covers.
Why didn't you tell me then, you fool? And then finally, no. I'm moving right on. I this is a gross embarrassment for me. I put a lot of forethought into this.
Oh
and then
goodness.
finally, for you, young Eb, I have this here. And I pull out this small little statue of a golden man who is about the size of a tall boy, very small. His name is Angus. Be very, very nice to him. And then I give Angus a little crank on his back, and he whirs to life. Congratulations, Sean. Another character. This is Angus. He'll be your friend.
That was Elmer, by the way. That was who was yelling in your pocket. Can it? Sorry, I think Reese was having a little trouble with her headset.
I can hear you guys now.
Okay, cool.
Did you hear it?
Go ahead, Ian. Sorry.
Oh, did you hear all of that?
The teeny golden animatronic?
Yes, named Angus.
Angus? Yes, I have heard it. Sorry, I was on the phone for a little bit.
Yeah, no worries.
So I missed what you gave Atham, but Eb goes up with reverence because she likes teeny tiny animatronics. And she kind of like pulls it into her hands and is like,
there you go. I will send you the wonderful stats for this little man.
And she goes, "Hi, Angus."
Sean, you can do the character voice for Angus, because
yeah, Sean gets to do another funny voice. Oh my god.
Let's do the funny.
Oh, why you do this to me, guys? my throat hurts.
Do one that relaxes your vocal cords, please, man.
Yeah.
So guttural.
All right, hold on. No, hold on. I was trying to do something. Wait, hold on one second. Hey, what's up? Sweet, the soothing voice of Angus. You got any cigarettes?
Eb
You
rifles
can't
through all
actually
of her
smoke.
pockets and is like, no.
Don't give him
You got-
cigarettes. He just throws them at people. He can't actually
Yeah,
smoke.
hey, shut up. You got any of that loud? That loud, as the kids say.
Eb pulls out an air horn and looks quizzically at him.
Jesus.
No, I'm talking about some of that Zaz.
The Zaza?
Eb pulls out a chain lightning,
Oh shit, I'll take that.
cracking open a cold one. One for her and one for Angus.
Oh god.
It falls through his mechanics and it starts to like lubricate the gears, but it makes him go, like all the electricity makes him run faster. He's like, oh yeah, this is great. Atham and Zin, do you like your gifts? Do you put them
Oh
on?
yes, it's gold. Perfect.
It has cool stats. I just don't know what I'm gonna do about my flowy hair.
I think that's a helmet that works with the flowy hair.
Yeah, we can pretend that I can
Flows
do
out
something.
from under.
with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. I'll figure something out.
exactly.
I think Zin likes it.
Does Zin put it on? I want to imagine him with his helmet hair.
I tried to make it jive with the character armor. I was looking up through the character references too.
Oh,
I think it works.
No, it kind of goes hard. It kind of does go hard.
So do Zin and Atham now have matching armor? Like Zin has
Yeah, it
a
kinda looks
helmet
like they
that
do.
matches Atham's breastplate.
No.
Does look a little bit like that.
Are you sure? They kind of look like. I kind of think you got us all
Black
gold
and
things
gold
to
aesthetic,
draw us
yeah.
together as a team.
I mean,
Is-
yes.
Is Angus gold, but like with the same pattern, but in black drawn on him? So he
Yeah,
looks like a mini version wearing the armor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you can see it. You can see him there. He's not very armored, but you know, he's very much made by the same people, same like little leafy designs and whatnot. This was all pilfered from the same ruin.
So you are going to hear a ringing on the deck that is the emergency bell.
Oh no.
And you hear somebody say, "All hands on deck!" As you can see, a bunch of captain or not, sorry, not captain, like sailors and the first mate and the cabin boys and cabin girls, whatever. Everybody's rushing out to go in front, and so are get other guests. And one of them stops behind. He's like, "There's an Erosian warship approaching."
What?
Right. Okay.
Huh.
What is this gonna be?
Do you all go
Oh, no.
up?
Yep.
Yeah.
I need Yeah, okay, good. I need to. I don't want to force you guys up there. I want affirmations. That's all. Thank you. So you guys get on deck, and there is a large, like huge, warship approaching with, I don't know what an appropriate amount of cannon on each side would be, but we'll say like 50 cannon on either side. It dwarfs the already big galley you're on, by like about twice its size. It is got a gold accenting on it, but it is purple in its main color, kind of lacquered on or whatever, or stained the wood, and it is still decently far away. But as it gets closer, you guys can see that there are two golden feathers that act as its prows, like mascots. Everybody give me a history check.
I'm
Zin's
super good at
first thought-
those.
I am also very good at these.
Zin's first thought when he sees this bigger ship with more military stuff is, well, I want to be on that one. I want that one instead.
7.
This one's like,
19.
oh,
I imagine
27.
Eb is looking in the wrong direction.
8. I rolled so badly.
So it was 8, 7, 20. What was it, Atham?
27.
27,
19.
19. So for Zin and Eb, you would know that this is just like Oros has some very famous warships. You know that this is probably one of them. That's about it. Jens, you know that this is a somebody's flagship. Like this is a personal like warship of a noble house, probably being that big. Atham, you would be able to tell that is the symbol. Actually, you also know the symbol, Jens. I'll say you do know that as well. That is the symbol of the Goldplumes, the double feather, the golden feather. It is that is the branch family of the gold leafs, which is the family of Oros, on the forest side of the family. So the big, they are the second like most powerful house in all of Oros. Like they could destroy certain countries on a whim because they have their own independent military might and companies. So the fact, and Atham, you would know that the ship is called Golden Breeze. It is a very storied warship that is centuries old, that has won and been at the heart of many battles, even into the last war. It was famous for taking many prize galleys from the enemies of Oros in that war. And it is getting closer.
Is it signaling anything or?
It is signaled for you to stop, and the captain, James, is going to. Was it James or John? I forgot already. is going to say, "It's like there's nothing we can do. We're going to stop for them. They don't. If they wanted to destroy us, we'd already be at the bottom of the ocean. So, I guess we're going to have to comply with their demands."
I suppose so. Are any of you need to run away from these folks? Because if so, say your piece and I'll fly us away now.
It being the gold leaps could be anything.
I do not know who that is, but I'm liking their shiny feathers. Do you think they need both of them?
Yes, I think they do in this particular instance. But normally
I think
if
they
we were a little less noticed, we would.
But
you
I
know,
mean,
go for
Zin's
it.
mind kind of like slightly resonates with Eb's intention to take one of the big shiny things. They are really.
Eb is rubbing off on him.
Yeah.
Brother, so much for world peace.
They eventually. So the captain gives the order for a full stop. The ship pulls up alongside the other ship, and the gangplank or walk bridge, whatever you want to call, whatever the technical term is put between them as they have to, and they put
Gangplank.
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 I feel like that was specific to something else, but I guess that's appropriate. Yes.
I think you can call it a gangplank.
What? Where's Cyril in all of this? Is he just standing with us? Does he have any
Cyril
insight?
is
with us?
standing with you, and I'd like you to make a perception check.
Yes. Yes. I want to see. I don't know, but I. Oh shit! I did well. 15.
Cyril's face has gone white.
Yep. Fucking knew it. Zin kind of turns to him and goes, "You good?" Pokes him.
Yeah. Yes, I'm still seasick. I get a little seasick at all.
Do
He
you
kind of
know
he holds his stomach.
Shiny boat.
Is this audible to everyone else?
No. The gangplank comes down, and on the gangplank or off the gangplank comes Gaspar Goldplume, which is the head of the Goldplume house. That is the noble of their house. Which jumps off and lands on the plank. He is a tall man. He's human. He's a half elf actually, so he's part human. He's wearing a sailor's outfit with a very, very fine regaliaed, officer's overcoat. He's got a tricorn hat that has got the golden feather sticking out of it.
Tricorn. They're so cool.
I remembered that. There's a reason he has one. And he's
Eb's
wearing
looking at that hat and really thinking like, oh, okay.
He's got the family sword of the Goldplumes, a wind cutter at his side, which is very famous saber. And it's he looks around. He says, "Where is the captain?" James comes up and says, "That would be me, sir." He says, "Yes, thank you for agreeing to our suggestion earlier. But we believe that you are harboring a very important church member on board that we would need to speak with post haste."
Zin's brow rises. Go.
They're gonna take Cyril.
James looks around and says, "I'm not entirely sure. Is there anyone here that is an important member of the church?"
Does it just like I feel like the camera should just pan to.
The camera does pan around the crowd, and what does the group do? Anything?
I mean, is Lear there standing with them, or is Lear somewhere else? Or is Lear not?
Oh, Lear kind of saw you off at the thing. He said he'll go with you, or he'll meet you at the conference probably, but he's just gonna talk to Hypatius more a little bit about some stuff.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do my best to stand myself between Zin and Cyril and them, and try and block them with my body. You know, hide them out of sight with my big tall barbarian physique.
See, I was gonna step in front of Cyril. He did it for me.
Moves
This-
over maybe to also help, but she does not. She's too short, and she's also blue and yellow.
All right, I'm bracing myself for the answer, but I'm gonna try and read emotions on this guy.
Yeah, I
All right.
might have some.
So, or 1 second, that was clever. I just closed my thing. 1 second.
I might also try detect thoughtsing this guy.
Where is it? Shoot, where did I put it?
Well, I can kind of give you guys.
Yeah.
You guys reach
Here we
into
go.
his
RSI.
mind.
Here we
and-
go. Yeah, read moods. Bonus action. Learn 1. Yeah. Give me the summary of his emotional and mental state.
He is not violent. He's not looking for violence. He is looking for something very specific, and he has he's iron underneath all of the kind of prissy outer trappings of a noble. This man is a general. This man is somebody who is very laser focused and a politicker, and he knows that he's here not for violence, but to do something very important. As you know, as you're doing this, you can tell that he snaps his fingers. And 4 mechanical bodyguards jump onto the ship, all wielding great axes. And Atham and Jens, you, especially both of you, I guess, because your history and Jens being an anti-android person or automata person back in the day, at least when he first came. I don't know if you remember, but you had your mace anti-automata. These are called king killers. These are legendary automatic soldiers from Oros, Atolia specifically, back from the days of the Iron Tyrant. These are like legendary. One of them can establish a house as being powerful for its region, and the gold plumes right here are kind of just flexing with 4. 4
Can
of
they
these things.
Can they fly?
No, they cannot, but they are considered like in the debates of greatest. Oh, Zin would know these as well because he's a fan of warrior stuff. These are always in debates of the greatest like killers in the world.
Zin is both on edge, because Cyril didn't say much but look a little like pale, and also these things are very violent and bad, but also Zin's like, oh, fighting sounds a little bit fun, but he won't. That's one little thing that crosses his mind. It would be really cool to take one of these bad boys down.
I mean,
He's not going to, but that's the second thought besides, oh,
Cyril places a hand on you real quick, and you can feel that something cool and calm washes over you. But you hear from Gaspar Goldplume, you hear him say, I can see the glowing. I would request that we do this the peaceful way, because I don't think you're going to like it if I'm the one who has to go over there.
Zin steps. I guess Zin's gonna step forward. What do you want?
You can see that Goldplume turns to you, and he looks you up and down. He's like, ah, yes. Azamar Zin. I'm just here on some house Goldplume business. I have the proper permissions from the church, and he holds out some sanctity scrolls that are approved by the local cardinal in his area. You can assume, at least. And Oros being a more pro-church country, this is probably true. But if you're here, then I can guess that. Ah, yes, Cyril, not far behind. Isn't that common? You can see that king killers advance a little bit, and they just kind of are in between you two.
I want to stand in front of Cyril. I want to like sidestep in front of him a little bit, in like a protective way, like.
My, how you've grown. You can see that as you try and step in front, Cyril puts his hand in front of you and he says, "That's enough, Uncle. We don't need to go into all these spectacles."
Uncle.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Godspar sighs.
Eb looks at Cyril really sadly.
He looks at the others. He's like, "Don't do anything. All of you. It's fine. I can handle it." He says, "What are you doing here?" Gaspar looks at his nails real quick. "You knew the agreement when we sent you off to seminary. You got out of your responsibilities as long as you never used our name to get anything for yourself. If I remember correctly, we got a diplomatic memo recently that a gold leaf situation was invoked about a week ago.
The village.
You can see that Cyril's face kind of becomes crestfallen, and he's like, "I guess civilian casualties wouldn't be a proper excuse, would it, for you?" You see that Gaspar just smirks, and Cyril says, "Of course not." He says, "What do you want with me?" He's like, "Well, much of our house was wiped out during the war, and we could always use a few spares. So you'll return, you'll play your part as a noble, and you'll marry who we say you marry, and you'll live comfortably for the rest of your life. And there'll even be time for your studies as well, if you're proper."
Then just goes, no.
Eb, are you hiding?
Eb?
Yes. Is she hiding?
Didn't he stand in front of us? But she-
Eb is like kind of scooching over to like hold Cyril's hand. She doesn't want him to go. She's really sad. Also, they had that talk about family, and she's like itching to stab his uncle, but knows she can't. Also, she
Quicker
still
than
wants his
anyone
hat.
can react, one of the king killers grabs Eb by the collar and lifts her up. There she is.
I'm gonna assess the gold leaf guy.
Assess. What do you mean? Like
Hit points, vulnerabilities, resistances. Give me.
I'm going to be like, I thought you were not
What?
going to be violent. I thought you came here only for personal reasons.
I imagine Eb is flailing, but she's being lifted up by her scruff, so it just looks ridiculous.
Oh, yes, personal. Well, as you know, as the Warden of the Seas per Erosian law, I can't let a known criminal of one of the most dangerous organizations go. And he holds up her new wanted poster that is alive. And he says, if I remember correctly, she is wanted alive, so there will be no violence involved unless you all seek to incite it. And are you going to do that over a criminal that is known in front of all of these spectators? Disgrace your church like that? Cause a diplomatic incident? As you try and scan him, Atham, you see that a golden necklace on him glows, and he looks over, and he is able to look over at you, and he's like, yes, I understand that you are a man worthy of respect, and I would ask that one leader to another, you don't interfere with what is going on right now. I'm merely performing my duties as is necessary. Yes, but
Depends on how all this all plays out.
I promise not to harm any of your little troop here, as long as, and you're free to pick her up wherever we drop her off. I promise no harm shall come under my care. And what did you want to say, Zin?
So I have this. So here's the thing with me. Since I am I have the paladin. I'm the conquest one. I have like a natural like intimidation thing. that like can actually make people fearful, and I want to kind of exude that, like my intimidation, like
We'll
make
get
this
to
guy
that in a
like
second.
back
Hold
down a
on.
bit.
We'll examine things in a second here. Atham, he's going to look at you squarely in the eyes and also say, "It's like I couldn't weed out all of the rats of yours in my organization. So if we fight, I understand that maybe I don't have enough of my crew to count on to be loyal, but I brought these for a reason. I know these can be counted on." He points to the king killer. So maybe you commandeer my ship, maybe you kill me. Maybe you keep playing in my mind and tinker around with it like you're playing in a sandbox, making sandcastles. But I guarantee you that these things will kill everyone and everything on this ship the second I hit the ground. Now, we can be reasonable gentlemen about this, and you can pick up your daughter pet thing where I drop her.
I wanna. Okay, I have to lie through my teeth right now.
He's gonna, as you do, you feel Cyril turn to you, and he puts his hand on your chest plate, and he says, "It's okay."
No,
I knew
it's
this was coming.
not.
He says that I know this was coming, and I don't regret anything I did, and I'm glad I got to see you again.
No.
He says, I know. No, it's okay, Sin.
Kiss him.
I know
Kiss
you
him.
know we won't know what this means now, but maybe someday you will. And he kisses you.
Aww.
And he says,
Oh my god.
find your happiness.
I
Sin."
mean, I feel like Zin doesn't know.
Roll me a freak out check.
Zin glows
Zin- I
bright
feel like-
white.
Zin's little like cheek things glow. He doesn't really know for a second, but then it's kind of like natural. Like the reaction. And I guess he kisses him back, but he doesn't really know.
Do you get violent?
While kissing?
No, I'm talking about the freak out afterward. Jesus.
Oh, I will. Yes. I'm not letting Cyril go.
You try and call upon the angel, but you hear in your mind, no, he is not useful to what we need. It's our weakness.
No. No.
You try and attack Goldplume, and you hear Cyril say, "Sin, no!" And then, as you do, three of the king killers hit you at once. You go down immediately, and as you do, before you would have been instantly killed, but as you do,
I wasn't gonna hit, but okay. I guess I do.
they were kind of on an anti-aggression, serve, whatever it's called, programming. So as you do, though, you're covered in water. That thing that Sin put on you, or Cyril put on you before, was ward off death. That stopped you from going down completely because he knew that you would probably attack.
I think by now I have like Zin has his wings out, like in a very like protective way, like in front of Cyril and between them. Like he's like he got hit. This is all happening really fast.
No, sorry, you've Cyril started walking over. You fell when you tried to get between them, and they attacked you because you were trying to stop Cyril.
Yeah. Okay.
And Cyril says, he looks at all of you and he says, he says to you, Atham, he's like, it's okay. I know what to do. I'll be fine. And I'll find a way to come back to you guys and make sure Eb's safe, okay? I'll make sure nothing happens to her.
No,
You don't have to worry about me. I'm gonna be okay.
He looks over at Jens and he says, "You know, it was nice to talk to someone else who also liked messing around, but also liked the books as much as I did."
Thanks, man. I feel like we didn't really get to chat all that much, but you seem really cool.
You too. Appreciate that.
If Zin was awake, would he consider that flirting? Would he be like, "What? No."
Zin's still kind of awake. He's just really
down on the
injured.
floor, unable to move. Is he watching this still, or is he?
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
watching
like,
it still. Yeah.
He just can't really move to do anything. He's just kind of like
Now,
grasping out, like he's on the floor. He's like,
yeah, he's kind of like he kind of got
yeah.
like he got like hit in the diaphragm, sort of a thing where the wind is knocked out of you. You know
yeah.
what I
So
mean?
like I'm like he's like very like much trying to speak, but it's not. He's trying to. Wait, no.
Atham,
I haven't learned what it meant yet.
Atham, I know you're in a difficult position right now, where you could do something, but you might unleash a can of worms here.
Atham doesn't flinch, but he does. He hasn't blinked once. Has been looking at this gold leaf guy.
Is it because someone else is wearing gold leaves like a crown, and all of a sudden Atham is getting like, there can
It's
only be
gold
one?
feathers. Gold feathers. This is a branch of the gold leaf family. Goldplume.
But Atham wears a gold leaf crown that he stole from a
stole your
grave that he
They're
desecrated.
not gold leaves. They're
Fuck
feathers.
him!
God. That's he's been angry since he saw the gold. He doesn't even like taken in that Cyril's getting taken away. He's like, motherfucker stole my trademark.
They stole my due!
I've had gold since the beginning of time.
They start to go across the gangplank, and Cyril looks back one more time, sadly at Zin, and you can see that there's a couple tears falling from his face. But he's got a strong face. Like he's not showing too much concern. Like besides the tears. And they walk over the gangplank.
Before you do anything, I feel like the last thing Zin manages to get out is like, promise you'll be back soon. Please.
He said, please.
Cyril nods and smiles at you sadly, and you walk over on the gangplank. And they take it away.
As they're going, I'm evaluating one of the Kingslayers as well.
Wait. I want Zin also to just be like, I think I love you, but I don't know what that means.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, just to say that out loud.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Cyril hears that because you're too far away. You're kind of whispering, but
Jens does hear that, and he takes a quick look at Atham, and he says, points at Zin, and he says, "Order magic," and then he blinks onto the ship and hides.
the gangplank is pulled up. The prisoners are thrown in cells, and the ship sails away.
I have fucking thieves' tools. I immediately go to get out of my cell.
We're
That
gonna
doesn't
have
like
to
it.
pick this up later, unfortunately.
It's not
I
that
told
late.
you. No, you sons of bitches.
I'm just reacting. This has been so thematic and good.
This has been a dramatic fucking episode.
Yes, it has. The whole point. And this is, I've been trying to get here because I was trying to let Reese, well, I don't know, should I kick out Craig?
No, wait, should we just, how we finalize, finish the scene.
I mean,
That was
that was a pretty good finish to the scene, in my opinion. And you gotta, you know, let it.
I was expecting you to do the thing where it's like, and then it pans out.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. Okay, so then
I think it pans into Zin's crying face, and it keeps going in until the screen fades black. No, it zooms in as Zin sheds one single tear.
Yeah.
It says the tear
and
falls
then the
off.
screen goes black.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll let you guys do it this time.
That's beyond my animation capabilities.
We can all just imagine it.
Let's quickly vote on a quote of the day, and then we can discuss the episode. Should we leave Craig in, or should we disconnect him? We're gonna have a half.
Bye, Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Bye, Craig.
Are we quit? Oh, so everybody wants to get rid of him?
Yeah, get him out of here.